Hello and welcome to beautiful Thomas More Stadium in sunny Florence, Kentucky for the finale of the three-game series between the Florence Y'alls and the New Jersey Jackals. You're listening to Frontier League Baseball on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN, as well as the Florence Y'alls Radio Network on our YouTube audio stream. We welcome you to the 50 West Brewing pregame show, always inspired by the Great American Road Trip across Route 50. 50 West, the premier brewery in the Cincinnati area. At 50 West, every beer is a journey. Join us for the ride, located at 7605 Worcester Pike, Cincinnati. Rory Tettemer alongside Ben Hauer on another beautiful day for some Florence Y'alls baseball. The finale of the three-game series against the Jackals, and the Y'alls looking for a sweep.
They are. It would only be their second sweep of the season, and I think it comes at a time where New Jersey was playing some really good baseball, and Florence has put a halt to it. They've done it almost exclusively with the offense. Combined, quick math says 31 runs in their first two games, 17 in game one, 14 in game two yesterday. And it's been special to watch here at Thomas More Stadium, just the offense do its thing for Florence. And then you hope to get a little more stability with a starter today. And Yannick Villalobos has looked like, without a doubt, your second best starter on the season.
Yeah, certainly. Florence has, still faced a little bit of troubles on their, pitching side. Obviously, yesterday, you still gave up 8 runs and only out-hit New Jersey by just 1. It was 14 hits allowed by the pitching staff. But, again, the offense is doing its thing. You think just going into this one, you would hope, on paper, maybe the most steady pitching match that we've seen. Yannick Villalobos against Sonny Fauci. Sonny Fauci, a guy that last year had a 1.5 ERA across 3 starts. Villalobos, obviously, also an all-star in 2025. Maybe not the best season for Fauci entering today, obviously with a 7.54 ERA. Yannick Villalobos opposes him with a 5.4 ERA. Couple rough starts against Washington really inflated Villalobos' stats just a little bit there. But either way, it's going to be a beautiful day for some Florence Y'alls baseball, albeit a little hot once again, Ben.
It is. And New Jersey again wants to go with those black jerseys too in the heat. So we'll see how it works out for them. But we see a considerable shakeup in their lineup. I'm not sure. I've seen mixed things when I look at past lineups. Not sure if this is just simply going from 2 righties to the first 2 games of the series down to a lefty, or if there's maybe some frustration and Bobby Jones just wants to switch things up. But nonetheless, you still have the same heavy hitters in there, just in different spots. Felix Stevens and Dante Stewart, the 2 guys you're looking at. And it's going to be another tough one for Villalobos to navigate through, but he's like pitching at home this year.
Yeah, no, Villalobos has been a, pretty consistent starter, as you mentioned, probably the second most consistent behind Evan Webster. His starts at home the last 2 times was down east, where he had 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, and 5 Ks. And then more recently, on May 30th against Schaumburg, where he earned his first win, 6 hits, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Let's take a look at the lineup that he is opposing. The New Jersey Jackals will lead off with the right fielder Noah Furcht. Batting second, the center fielder Aldale Koloki. In the 3 spot, the third baseman Felix Stevens. Batting cleanup, the second baseman Dante Stewart. Batting fifth, the left fielder Gustavo Sosa. In the 6th slot, the designated hitter Martin Figueroa. Batting 7th, all the way down to 7th, the first baseman Luis Encarnacion. In the 8th slot, the shortstop Connor Marianiak. And rounding out will be Jedier Hernandez doing the catching for the Jackals. On the flip side for Florence, heading out onto the field, the center fielder Jackson Tucker will lead things off. Batting second, the second baseman Tyler Schoenfeld. In the 3 slot, the captain and first baseman Hank Zeisler. Batting cleanup, the right fielder Brendan Bobo. In the 5 slot, returning to the lineup, designated hitter Zaid Richardson for the first time in a while. Batting 6th, the left fielder Milo Rushford. Batting 7th, the third baseman Garrett Broussard. In the 8th slot, again starting for Florence, the shortstop Dylan Baker, and rounding out the catcher Kyle Harbison. It's been a talented Florence Y'alls offense, and they just add another 300 hitter and Zaid Richardson entering the lineup once again.
Yeah, we'll see how Zaid does after a few games off. And they talked about, just not being able to keep him on the bench for so long. You don't want to get him cold. He's been one of your best hitters to start the year. Overall, though, really similar to what we've seen the last couple of games, and that should be a good thing for Florence Y'alls fans.
Absolutely. We'll pause here on the 50 West Brewing pregame show as we take a listen to our national anthem. But don't go anywhere. We got first pitch coming up in just a few minutes on the Florence Y'alls Baseball Network. Lovely, lovely rendition of our national anthem from the Florence Community Chorus. We're ready for first pitch at Thomas More Stadium. Yannicker Villalobos, the southpaw, on the mound for the Y'alls, entering with a 1-2 record across 23 1/3 innings pitched, a 5.4 ERA, and a 1.71 WHIP. First three he will face for the New Jersey Jackals: Noah Furcht, Adelaide Koloki, and Felix Stevens, the talented third baseman. Taking a look at the Y'alls defense behind him. In left field, Milo Rushford. In center field, Jackson Tucker. Over in right field, Brendan Bobo. In the infield, it's Garrett Broussard at third, Dylan Baker at short, Tyler Schoenfeld at second, Hank Zeisler at first, and Kyle Harbison doing the catching. The one change for Florence in their lineup, obviously, Zade Richardson added to this lineup as the designated hitter. That also means Zach Beadle probably, good to go if he is called upon here as an emergency catcher. Florence was being wary with just having one catcher in their, active lineup, and Zade Richardson would be the backup. So they had to sit their DH for a few games just in case there was an injury to Harbison. But now, with that DH, seems to me that Beadle is trending in the right direction.
The timeline was originally by the time they went on the road, which obviously is tomorrow. So you're usually about one day in, so you have options. It's not the end of the world. If something crazy were to happen, Hank Zeisler's played some catcher as well. So I don't think this is a crazy move by Toby Hall at all. I like getting Richardson back in the lineup a lot.
To me, it also brings up the phrase from Marcus Brodell: if you're scared, get a dog. Scared baseball doesn't always work, although it was working for Florence, obviously putting up a lot of runs in the first two games against the Jackals. Looking for a sweep. Yannicker Villalobos against Furcht, Koloki, and Stevens, the first three for the Jackals. No actual lefties in the lineup against him. There is a switch hitter, Martin Figueroa, who will be hitting from the right side, but a no lefty lineup from New Jersey.
Yeah, and that's why I say, one of those few lefties they even had on the roster was Isaac Bellany. He goes to the IL after yesterday's game. Got pinch hit pretty early. That may be a reason why, maybe an injury in there. But
Noah Furcht, the right-handed hitter, came on as a pinch hitter yesterday. Got a single in his only at-bat. That one's in there for a strike. Made his debut with the Jackals, so his hit 1,000 on the season. Technically just 1 for 1. Beautiful first pitch, 6:55 on a lovely day here at Thomas More Stadium. Off speed in there for a strike. A couple clouds in the sky, but mainly sunny. Wind blowing out towards center field, right center field. Y'alls of the baby blue jerseys with white pants and red caps. That one bounces in the dirt. The New Jersey Jackals in their black jerseys, gray pants and red caps.
yeah, his bullpen needs nothing more than Yannicker Villalobos to be able to give him some length. Impressive. You've given up to 10 base hits yesterday. Lawson's still able to go 5.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
But, if you get a game where the bullpen only needs to make up 3 innings, that's huge.
1-2, ground ball right side and foul. I will say Lawson's 10 hits actually tied the most by a single pitcher this season for Florence. It was him and Milburn. And yet, no one complaining just because he was able to go 5 innings. Yeah. Allowed 5 runs, 4 earned. The 1-2. Off speed, called, strike 3 on the inner half. Yannicker Villalobos sits down first for his first K and 1 away here in the top of the first.
Villalobos a little bit kind of like Westcott, just in terms of the not having the ton of velocity. The thing he does have is just some really good off-speed pitches. That's why he is able to have some of those higher strikeout numbers.
Wind up first pitch in there for a strike to Koloki. They keeping him honest, too, starting off with first pitch strikes. That one in at 86. It was against Washington his last time out where we saw his velo dip down just a little bit. The 1-2 skies it out towards center field, shallow center. Jackson Tucker coming in on it. Makes the grab for out number 2.
Well, I really got to see his mindset. He was such a leader after that crazy Thursday game a week ago today where Florence got the win even with positioned players on the mound for 6 of the innings. Just leading the message to the rest of the pitching staff saying, hey, look, this is what happens when you throw strikes. so many Florence pitchers, especially the bullpen, have just walked too many batters, and what would be a solo shot on a pitch they just miss on ends up being a grand slam because of the batters they walked. That's the difference here. No one's asking for a scoreless start. So I think it just shows a little bit about Villalobos' mindset too, and just his ability to throw strikes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a 1-1 count to the big flex, Felix Stevens. The 1-1 fouls it away. 5 1/3 against Washington. 5 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, 3 walks, and 4 Ks. Villalobos, in his 5 starts this year, has been given 6.4 runs on average of support. How about the 2 guys starting in games 1 and 2? Bargo got 17 runs in support. Lawson got 14. Isaac Milburn across 6 starts has gotten 18 total this year. 1-2. Misses downstairs.
Yeah, something weird about Milburn starts and not getting a lot of run production. Obviously, you're towards the top of the rotation, and things get switched up for everybody, but typically Milburn's going to see some of those better pitchers.
2-2 fouls it away. Villalobos thought he had the big flex down on strikes. Felix Stevens, obviously, one of the best hitters, probably the best hitter in the New Jersey lineup, 383 with 12 home runs and 30 RBIs on the young season. The 1-2 fouls it away. 2-2. Two away with the bases empty. Opening frame at Thomas More Stadium. The Y'alls against the Jackals. Wines delivers the 2-2 pitch, roped down the left field line and foul.
Just another scorcher. 88 degrees, I think I have. Feels like up at 89.
2-2. Called. Strike 3. Dots up the outer half with a fastball. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Villalobos. He works a 1-2-3 frame. Heading to the bottom of 1 when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom of the first always brought to you by Heritage Bank. At Heritage Bank, we believe your money should work as hard as you do. Proudly local, fiercely dependable. That's the Heritage difference. Visit heritagebank.com or stop by a branch near you today. Villalobos worked a 1-2-3. Let's see what Florence can do. Jackson Tucker, Tyler Schoenfeld, and Hank Zeisler lead things off for the Y'alls against the right-handed pitcher, Sonny Fauci, who enters with a 2-2 record, 22 2/3 innings pitched, a 7.54 ERA, and a 1.85 whip. Fauci last year was pretty incredible with the New Jersey Jackals, albeit in a short stint, was 3 appearances, 3 starts, just 12 innings, but a 1.5 ERA. He picked up 24 Ks in those 12 innings. That's an impressive number.
It is. Fauci's an interesting stat line so far in the season. He averages about one of everything in inning. In 22 2/3 innings pitched, or 22 2/3 innings pitched, he's given up 21 hits, 21 walks, 19 earned runs, and he struck out 27 batters. So he could strike you out, but, man, that whip isn't pretty. He lets a lot of runners on base.
First pitch to Jackson Tucker, misses inside. 92 miles per hour there, 20.43 on the spin rate. Tucker enters today with a 319 average, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs. The 1-0 in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. One and one the count. Fouls it away down the right field line, up and over to the party patio by Classic Collision. Got our Kentucky Governor's School of Arts photographers in the house. I mean, there are just a bunch of them.
There's a lot of them all just shooting all around.
Getting a bunch of photos in. Certainly shouldn't have any misplays today. 1-2, ground ball left side over towards the shortstop. Marignac throw on the run is in time. 6-3 put away of Jackson Tucker. That'll bring up Tyler Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld enjoyed a good day yesterday. He's worked his average up to 250 on the season. 13 RBIs for Shaney. Yesterday's ball game, he was 2 for 4 with 2 walks, 2 runs scored.
What could this conversation be about?
Bobby Jones talking to the home plate umpire.
Caleb Groom, the crew chief, starting to make his way towards the discussion too. I don't know what you could be talking about.
I have no idea.
Right now.
Yeah.
First pitch, or first at bat was just ground out.
First pitch missing outside. The 1-0. Outside again at 94. Let's take a look at the defense for New Jersey. Sosa in left field, Koloki in center, Furcht in right, Stevens at third, Marignac at short, Stewart at second, and Encarnacion at first, and Hernandez behind the plate. So Sosa's been the catcher for New Jersey, and not even an off day. They put him out in left field, needing some defense out there. 3-0, missing upstairs. Tyler Schoenfeld, a 4-pitch walk, puts him aboard. Runner on first with 1 away for Hank Zeisler.
It's certainly an interesting move. Encarnacion still in the game too because he needs his bat, so he goes left to first. But you'd think, all right, Dariel Gomez, we're giving him a rest because he's a lefty facing a lefty. You'd think you need someone to play first. You just move your catcher over there and keep Encarnacion in left. But
Pickoff attempt, nothing going. Schoenfeld was bouncing around, immediately was just walking back, I think before he was even released from Fauci's hand. First pitch to the captain, in there for a strike. 93 on the outer half of the plate. 20-26 on the spin rate. Pickoff attempt. Nothing going. A big lead for Schoenfeld, but he's back safely.
Glad Florence brought out one of my favorite uni combos for him so far.
Shaney takes off. That one skied high behind home plate. He's going to have to retreat back over to first. Over there's the catcher, Hernandez. He makes the grab for out number 2. Maybe a hit and run, and Zeisler just couldn't get under it, or couldn't get over it.
And there's a little collision, too, for Paulson, the home plate umpire, with Hernandez going after that.
Brings up Brendan Bobo. Bobo held hitless yesterday, but did work in 2 RBIs. Saw him down in the clubhouse today. He says, Rory, I'm trying to buy a hit. I said, hey, you're not going to knock 2 RBIs, regardless if you go 0 for 4. Still the RBI leader for Florence, 35 on the season.
I think he just sees everybody else getting multi-hit games in the lineup.
Saw 14 runs on 15 hits. I should get one. Pickoff attempt again, nothing going. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count now. That was 94 hard of the plate. 0-2. Hard hit into right field for a base hit. Right at the right fielder first. That'll limit Schoenfeld to just one base. Runners first and second. And 2 away now for Zade Richardson.
There's that Bobo hit. Wasn't going to stay down for a while. And a really good piece, too, just pulling it into right.
This time he gets the first one of the ball game. Zade Richardson hitting an even 300 entering today. 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. Harrison DeNicola and Patrick McCormick, the athletic trainer for Florence, going out to look at Schoenfeld. Something on his ankle, it looks like.
Just pointing to that ankle.
Gonna run around.
He's had a tough break to start the year. It's been some time since, it was back-to-back. Missed a couple games with an illness. And then had I think it was another ankle problem.
Came up slow going into second, so it must have been something on his jump. Either way, he stays in the ball game. Runners first and second and 2 away for Richardson. Absent from the lineup the past few games. Finds himself back here. First pitch in there for a strike. We mentioned not a guy you want to keep down. Obviously a 300 hitter. Was starting every game this season until the injury to Beetle. And was obviously operating kind of as an emergency catcher. 0-1. Ooh, misses high and inside. Brushes Richardson off the plate. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, it just, the lineup has a different feel with him in the middle of it, too. I think because of the power potential he has.
Mm-hmm. Plus, it just lengthens it. 1-1, off-speed misses upstairs. I mean, you were operating with Broussard or Rushford in your 5 slot. Now you have them available 6-7. A 2-1 count to Richardson. Fastball misses away. 3-1. Hitters count to the face of the Florence Y'alls. Fauci from the stretch. A look back at second. The 3-1 runs inside and a 5-pitch walk for Richardson. Bases are loaded. 2 away for Milo Rushford here in the bottom of the first.
Another opportunity for Florence and another opportunity for a man who's just killing the ball with runners on base. Out comes Bobby Jones. Here's what's incredible about Rushford. So you look at his numbers, you say, okay, 500 in just about a week or so of playing time. I mean, it's a small sample size. You also have to consider in that week of sample size, this guy's 12 RBIs already.
He has been amazing. I mean, not to mention also, a phenomenal on base at 548. The slugging's at 786. He has just been a great add for the Y'alls, playing pretty much every day since being acquired. Short meeting on the mound with Bobby Jones. Fauci back out there. Bases loaded, 2 away. Rushford is at the plate awaiting his first pitch. Fauci back to a sideways windup. First pitch to Rushford. Fastball in there for a strike at 94. You really see what stance the pitcher is more comfortable in once they get to bases loaded, because you don't have to go to the windup. 0-1, fouls it away, 0-2.
Which one were you?
I liked to go back to the windup, but I feel like I did better in the stretch.
Okay.
With the bases loaded. 0-1. Off speed missing upstairs. Trust me, the bases loaded a decent amount against me. What my thing was loading the bases and then striking the next 3 out. Or getting them out somehow without the run coming across. 1-2 missing inside. 2-2. It was almost like my back against the wall. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Plus, there's no one else for anyone to nowhere to move anyone else.
That's right.
2-2 to Rushford. Ground ball right side on the back end on the first baseman. Encarnacion runs it over, and that will end the inning. Florence leaves them loaded in the first. We're scoreless as we head to the top of 2 when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN.
Top of the second from Thomas More Stadium. Today's umpires are brought to you by Pella Windows. Looking for a clearer view of every call? Trust Pella Window and Door, bringing you replay-worthy clarity and craftsmanship you can count on. Pella Window and Door, so good even the ump won't miss a thing. Dylan Paulson's calling balls and strikes. Caleb Groom, the crew chief, at first, and Jordan Alfonso, the third base ump.
Dante Stewart at the plate. After a 1-2-3 frame from Villalobos. Goes back out to work. The 0-2 pitch missing inside. 1-2 the count. That one skied out towards left field. In comes Rushford in the gap, makes the grab for out number 1.
That 1-2-3 inning for Villa in the first for Florence pitching in this series.
Gustavo Sosa will dig in. First pitch to Sosa. Off speed, missing downstairs at 77. Change up there from Villalobos. 1-0 swing and a miss. Villalobos would next line up to start against Schaumburg next week. I believe on that Wednesday. Winds the 1-1. In there for a strike on a fastball outside.
Be interesting to see if the plan is to, did Bargo and Lawson pitch well enough to keep those two in the rotation?
1-2, swing and a miss, top of the zone. Villalobos gets his first swinging strikeout, his third K of the day. It's been 5 up, 5 down to open up the ball game for Villa.
Goes upstairs with that fastball. He's a perfect example of, not the fastest fastball in the world, but when you put it in really good spots and locate it well, it can do wonders. All your pitches build off of it.
Fastball missing upstairs at 88. The 1-0. In there for a strike on the outer half. Two and 1 is the count. Off speed, caught the top of the zone, not called. Now 3 and 1. 3-1 pitch. In there for a strike. At 86. Again, it's the top of the zone. That's right there.
It's pretty good to me.
Yeah. Not so much to New Jersey's dugout. Majority of the fans in the shade right now. The payoff pitch. Missing downstairs. That's the first base runner allowed from Villalobos. 2-out runner aboard. Brings up Luis Encarnacion. Now, this was the big switch for the Jackals, moving Encarnacion down all the way to the 7 slot. He was, not only providing support for Felix Stevens in the cleanup game in Game 1, and then was hitting second yesterday.
Yeah, 3 different spots for him in 3 different games. He's only 1 for 10 on the series so far. But I do like the idea of protecting Stevens a lot. Now, there are a lot of really good bats in this New Jersey lineup. It's not like they don't have somebody else good around him.
Now 2-0 the count. Encarnacion got his first hit of the series, went 1 for 6, got 2 RBIs and a run scored. That was yesterday. 2-0. Skies at foul, 2-1. Glad I trusted my instincts on the Kentucky Governor School of Arts. There's just a lot of them around. And at first they wanted to go in the dugout. 2-1. That one skied out towards center field. Jackson Tucker comes in, now backpedals and makes the grab. To end the inning, just the walk from Villalobos, heading to the bottom of 2. Scoreless at Thomas More Stadium when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the second inning. Florence Y'alls and the New Jersey Jackals scoreless. Sonny Fauci back out for another inning of work. Florence left the bases loaded. It'll be Garrett Broussard, Dylan Baker, and Kyle Harbison. 7, 8, 9 for Florence. Just honored Bat Boy Joe Shadler, the MVP for Florence, his 400th game today. And we'll see Bat Boy Joe back up here in the broadcast booth for game number 400. He'll be up in the 6th inning. We'll be able to talk to the legend, Joe Shadler, who's been doing it for about 12 years. Pretty amazing. Big help to the Florence squad. One of the only, I believe, the only bat boy to coach a base in a professional baseball game. He coached first back in 2024. First pitch misses inside to Garrett Broussard. Sergeant Bilko III says, let's go, y'alls. Game time feels like 94, 70% humidity, 76-degree dew point. The 1-0, check swing, goes all the way around. 1-1 the count. Wind up the 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike fastball, bottom of the zone. Tell you what, Sergeant Bilko, we're feeling every bit of that. It's good when you get a little bit of a breeze in the press box. It's not often. It's not often. 1-2. Missing outside.
Well, just to our right in the video board control room, they actually have an air conditioning unit in their small little building over there. I told them I'm just going to rip it out of the wall and bring it here.
And then put a hole in this wall.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-2 missing inside. I figured it'd be a good investment for us just to get windows here. I mean, we have Pella window and door on our side now. Got to be able to install something.
I'm a sucker for a good, true open press box, though.
You like this.
I love it.
Huh. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, top of the zone. First K for Sonny Fauci.
I mean, because this is pretty rare.
You know what? Once you get into August, Ben, we'll see how you feel, because it just gets hot in here. This is just the beginning.
I mean, I guess. There are still ways to work in a little bit of air conditioning, though. I mean, are you saying it's the only reason there's no air conditioning in the building?
I mean,
because, I mean, if you had windows.
If you had windows, I mean, at least it's covering half of it, though. You know, you're just lifting up a section.
Yeah, but you're still just getting a ton of heat. You're trapping heat.
1-0. I would much rather have air conditioning coming in behind me than nothing at all.
Yeah. If there's air conditioning, for sure.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying just in general.
No.
There's still no air conditioning.
Ceiling fans would be better than what we have. 2-0 off the foot of Dylan Baker. You fanning would be better than what we have right now.
Keep dreaming.
Look at the full palms. Maybe some grapes.
Did you get one of those cheap plastic ones they sell at amusement parks?
Yeah.
You know?
2-1. Skies down the right field line. Foul territory over to the first baseman. Encarnacion off of his glove. He had the room. Just makes a mistake. Stays one away. Two and two the count. New life for Baker. 2-2 pitch. Misses at the top of the zone.
Goodness. Maybe worse than the one yesterday.
Yeah, that was fully in there. I'm interested if he said up high or, outside. Now the payoff. Baker grounds it. Two-hopper over towards the third baseman, Stevens. Gloves it. Throw on to first is in time for out number 2. 5-3 on the put away of Baker. Base is empty now for Kyle Harbison. He had a heck of a day yesterday. 2 for 5. 4 RBIs, including his first home run of the season.
He's having a heck of a series. He might be my pick for player of the series so far. 7 RBIs in the first 2 with a 5 for 9 start.
Pretty amazing.
Again, he's just benefiting from getting so many at-bats, more than your typical catcher would.
Skies that one down the right field line. Foul onto the kid zone. Line up the 0-1. Fastball upstairs at 93. 1770 on the spin rate from Fauci. Fauci was a guy that Florence was back and forth on. I know Dave Halbrin, one of the Florence Y'alls former coaches, director of player procurement at one point. He was a big fan of Fauci, obviously after an incredible short stint last year. 1.5 ERA across 3 starts, 12 innings, 24 Ks. 2-1, Skies at foul.
Almost feels Isaac Milburn-esque of you know, it's right there. You know what he's capable of doing. It's just a few starts that have slid downhill. And there's really nothing that says they can't get back to where they were last year.
Certainly a buy low candidate. 2-2, misses upstairs. You think if Florence is owed a few, player to be named later from New Jersey. Of course, none of those guys that Florence traded on the squad for New Jersey at this point. That was Agnel Miranda, Dalen Thompson, and Hector Nieves. 3-2, missing inside. Kyle Harbison works a 2-out walk. Top of the order, Jackson Tucker stepping in.
Well, the Thompson was a trade for a current player in Dusty Baird, but obviously didn't make the opening day roster.
Yeah. Baird was released by the Mississippi Mud Monsters today. First pitch to Tucker. Off speed in there for a strike. Ground out to short his last time up. Tettemer trivia coming up next inning. Hopefully Florence can get on the board before then. Is that too much to ask?
Feels like it never happens.
0-1 in there for a strike. 0-2.
I actually would love to go back and see the last time we did a Tettemer trivia without runs on the board.
Yeah. I can tell you on the road it happened, but maybe not here.
Yeah.
0-2 to Tucker. Fouls it away to stay alive. Tucker had a good night yesterday. Obviously a New York Knicks fan. Probably one of the craziest games he's ever had to watch in the clubhouse.
And Indiana Hoosier, OG Anunoby with the game winner.
You don't have a basketball team, do you?
NBA?
Yeah.
No, I'm not a huge NBA guy.
0-2 popped up in the infield, right side. Second baseman Stewart with an early call. He's all over it, now backpedaling, but makes the grab to end the inning. Florence gets a walk and strands him over at first. We head to the top of 3 when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top half of the third inning always brought to you by the Roar Agency, located in all 50 states across the nation. Feel the Roar difference with Roar Insurance. Visit us today at roarins.com. Florence and New Jersey scoreless so far through 2 innings. Yannick Villalobos back out for another inning of work. Villalobos has allowed just 1 base runner. It was a walk to Figueroa. He'll face the 8-9 top for New Jersey. Marignac, Hernandez, and Furcht. Top half of the third always brings us our Tettemer trivia. The way it works, I read a question. Top half of the third, give you guys the answer of the bottom half. You have the opportunity to play along. Head on over to Twitter. The question is live. R Tettemer 9 and Florence _ Y'alls. Again, RTETTEMER 9, Florence_Y'alls. You can comment your guess in the comment section. I will shout you out here on the broadcast. 0-1 count to Marignac.
We'll have to go quick.
That one misses downstairs. Villalobos working quickly, 1-1 the count. Let's get to our question of the day, always brought to you by the Roar Agency. Since June 8th, 2025, so about a year ago, almost a year ago, who leads Major League Baseball in batting average among qualified hitters? Since June 8th, 2025, who leads Major League Baseball in batting average among qualified hitters? I have no hints. It's an active player, obviously. You know, it's within the calendar year. Just think of some good hitters. That one's skied foul. Count stays 1-2. So among qualified hitters, the highest batting average in the last calendar year, essentially. 1-2. Skied foul.
It's a good one.
And it's in regular season play, so it's not, you know, also including playoffs. The 1-2. Skies it out towards center field. It's well hit. Tucker working all the way to the warning track, to the wall. He looks up, and it's out of here. Connor Marignac puts the Jackals on the board. A 1-0 lead, his 5th homer of the season. 102 off the bat, 417 on the distance.
And Marignac's 2nd home run of the series, but he's starting to square up some balls for New Jersey, just adding another peg and outstanding lineup of hitters for the Jackals. And he took that one to pretty deep left center, too.
Yeah, sent Tucker all the way back there. One of the deepest parts of the ballpark. Brings up Jedier Hernandez. Hernandez, one of the lone players that hadn't played yet until today. That one fouled away, an 0-2 count to him quickly. You have until the bottom of the 3rd to get your guesses in. You can comment on Twitter, contact me any way you can, but you can also do the YouTube audio stream if you're tuning in there, the live chat. I'll be able to see all your chats there. Speaking of, Sergeant Bilko III said, grab that AC.
Wish we could. Studying your demeanor.
1-2.
With how
Sky
excited
down the
you were.
right field line. Souvenir for the kid zone.
With how excited you were about the question, I really feel it's like someone you wouldn't think of.
You know what? I don't choose Tettemer trivias often for just like really. That's a really good answer, and that's what this one is. It's a really good answer. Something that everyone's gonna be like, wow, that's awesome.
Will it surprise you a little bit?
It's a solid player. It's a good player. That one misses outside. Full count now. That was the first hit allowed by Villalobos. Here's the payoff. Off-speed swing and a miss. Bottom of the zone. Villalobos picks up his 4th K the first time through the order. Heading it back to the top. Furch struck out looking his last time up.
Yeah, Villalobos has got some of his strikeouts upstairs. He's gone downstairs. He's have really good command of the zone right now. Just let one pitch. One pitch is a mistake. One time through the lineup, I have been very impressed.
Top of the zone, missing. A 1-0 count to Furch. 1-0 in there for a strike. 1-1 the count.
God, is there any way this isn't Nick Kurtz?
1-1, skied out towards right field. It's well hit, sends Bobo back, but with plenty of room, he makes the grab in front of the warning track. That was 98 off the bat.
I mean, Kurtz has a ton of power, so it makes me think that, but the batting average numbers have been pretty good. It's not a rise.
I do have the top 5. Ground ball left side, down and in for a base hit going off the wall. On the way to second is Adelaide Koloki. He'll be in there without a throw, a 2-out double. Second hit of the inning for New Jersey. Puts a runner in scoring position for Felix Stevens.
Just tucked that one down the third base line. No chance for Broussard. A really good contact for New Jersey. Since you have the top 5.
I do have the top 5. I'll go ahead and tell you who's number 4. It's one that no one would have ever got. And this is like the only one on the list where it's like, wow. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. Among qualified hitters with a .296 average would be Jake Mangum. That one's into right field for a base hit. Fielding it is Brendan Bobo. Shallow right field throw coming in. A 2-hopper. No tag applied from Harbison. An RBI single from Felix Stevens advancing to second on the throw. Now a 2-0 lead for the Jackals.
First single of the game for him, too. And now real chance for Bobo here on the throw. So number 4 is Jake Mangum.
Now with the Twins. I don't think he was always with the Twins, right?
No.
Wasn't he with the Pirates? Am I just imagining someone else?
I don't know if it was the
No, he's with the Mets. No, it was the Pirates.
Oh.
I'm sorry, he's with the Pirates right now and was with the Tampa Bay Rays last year.
Yeah.
So he's with the Pirates right now. His picture on this is him in a Twins uniform. 1-0, skies it high. Infield, left side, Dylan Baker and Broussard going at it. Broussard with the call and the grab to end the inning. 3 hits for the Jackals. They take a 2-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the third. Get your guesses in for Tettemer Trivia when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN.
One left on.
Bottom of the third, Florence trails 2-0 to New Jersey. Back out for another inning of work. Sonny Fauci now working with a lead. Tyler Shaneyfeld, Hank Zeisler, and Brendan Bobo will be the first 3 to face him in the third. We aren't playing Tettemer Trivia in the inning. It was a fun question today. Since June 8th, 2025, about a year ago, who leads Major League Baseball in batting average among qualified hitters? No hint today. You have until 2 away to get your guesses in.
Nick Kurtz is the first thing that came to mind, and it's the first thing I wrote down. There starts to be a divide. There's more and more divide every day between, who has the better batting average, who you consider the best players in the league. So Kurtz is another one. He very well could be hitting like 260.
Well, he had a phenomenal rookie season.
He did.
Now he is back. He's got 15 homers already.
But again, he could very well win Rookie of the Year at a 255, 260 batting average. Used to be, whoever this is, you consider him one of the best players of baseball. And obviously, I don't know who it is, so it could be. But
that one misses outside.
The point is, there are guys that aren't considered the best hitters in the league that have great batting averages every year. Luis Arias, Otto Lopez, Jung-Hoo Lee.
1-0, squared up to center field. That was well hit. Koloki all the way back. He's not going to get there. Tyler Shaneyfeld, one hops the wall. A ground rule double for Shaney. Lead off the top of the, or bottom of the third inning. How about that? 98 off the bat.
Yeah, Shane, that's one of the hardest balls you're going to see Shaney Felt hit. And he got all that one, just hit it to the deepest part of the park, too.
Shaney Felt pulls that. He's out of the park.
He's out of the park. His first out of the parker of the year. He's got that one inside the parker.
How about that? Really good to see. Brings up Hank Zeisler. Popped out to the catcher his last time up.
Someone that I do know.
Swing and a miss.
A couple guys that are all around considered really good hitters, but do also hit for average. Bobby Witt always feels like above a 300 batting average. Yandy Diaz seems to typically be above 300.
The 0-1 ground ball right side through for a base hit. It goes into center field. Shaney Felt gets the wave around home. He'll come in to score. An RBI single for the captain, Hank Zeisler. Florence makes it a 2-1 ball game.
I mean, you give Hank Zeisler a chance with the runner in scoring position, and it feels like there's no chance he wasn't going to contribute. Off the glove of Stewart, it was really good diving attempt, but definitely going to be ruled a base hit. And Zeisler's now got his 29th RBI of the season. Florence approaching a couple of guys with 30.
Really nice grab from one of the fans down there. I mean, a one-handed grab while also carrying her shoe in the other hand. I mean, that's pretty amazing. I don't know what's going on with the shoe, but there's a hard hit ball over towards the second baseman. Toss back to first, not in time. Line drive out from Brendan Bobo. Now one away with a runner on first. A 2-1 New Jersey lead. With one away, we can start getting to our guesses. You got to circle in on one, though.
Rory, I've narrowed it down to 6.
6 total, okay.
I am going to go with just one of those guys who hits for average. I am going to go
first pitch to Zaid Richardson in there for a strike.
Lee, Diaz, or Lopez. Give me Jung-Hoo Lee.
Jung-Hoo Lee having a great season right now. Ground ball over towards the shortstop. Toss to second one. No relay to first. Just a fielder's choice there. Richardson will swap places with Zeisler. I got to get to these guesses quick. So Carter Cousins tuning in. He also said Jung-Hoo Lee, although he went through a few. He said Aaron Judge, Trey Turner. Eventually came to Luis Arias, as among others, but that was his final guess. Cam Beatty said Bobby Witt. Andre Padavani said Nick Kurtz. Cam Beatty then also said Yandy Diaz. Lou DeVolio said Luis Arias. And Joe Palladino said Brandon Marsh. Zach Jury said Bryce Terang. Tyler Douglas said Freddie Freeman. Kyle Dawson said either TC Popcorn or Brandon Marsh. And then the Florence Y'alls analytics team said Aaron Judge. That one misses outside to Rushford. 2-0 the count.
Well, now we know the answer is probably Aaron Judge because the analytics team only answers when they know the answers. So
analytics team has not missed. Again, I do have the top 5 here, so I can go in order on who it is. We already talked about Jake Mangum at 296. Vladimir Guerrero was 4th at 297. Luis Arias was 3rd at 308. In 2nd, 321, Brandon Marsh, who's had an incredible season, leading the league right now. But first, and a correct answer in the chat, with a 335 batting average. Check swing doesn't go. The first baseman for the Tampa Bay Rays, Yandy Diaz, with a 335 average. Your correct answer for Tettemer Trivia. He has had a great season, great 162 games since June 8th. Here's a slow roller over towards the third baseman, Stevens, charging in on the barehand. Throw on to first is in time. Felix Stevens with a barehanded play, strands a runner. Florence puts one across. It's a 2-1 New Jersey lead when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN.
Another beautiful night at the ballpark at Thomas More Stadium, but Florence has their first deficit going into the fourth inning, and a little bit of time here at Thomas More. They trail 1-0 to the New Jersey Jackals, going for the series sweep, the season sweep too. Only 3 times that these two teams will face off for a 12-game road trip for the Y'alls starting tomorrow. Villalobos was great until that last third inning. He's still giving up just the 2 earned runs in 3 innings of work. 3 hits, walked 1 batter. He's got 4 Ks. And he'll face Gustavo Sosa to start off the inning. Hits one deep to left. Tucker going over along with Rushford. At 1 hops the wall, actually goes over the wall. A ground rule double for Sosa to start the 4th. It's our second ground rule double of the game.
Yeah, second time through, starting to see Villalobos just a little bit better. Obviously, it was Marinak the first time you saw him with the home run, but now it's been 3 hits against the first 5 hitters the second time through.
4 hits now given up by Villalobos. 3 of them have been for extra bases. Sosa moved up in the lineup just a tad. Kind of a swap with the man at the plate right now, and Martin Figueroa. Who steps in with a prime opportunity, runner in scoring position with nobody out. At a 2-1 Jackals lead. Fastball misses on pitch 1 of the AB for Villalobos. Figueroa taking the DH spot today, so someone who also has played 3 different positions in the starting lineup in the series. He's played center, right, now getting the start at DH. It started off here 2-0. First couple of innings, very efficient for Villalobos. Only gave up the 1 base runner through the first 2, and it was on a walk to the man at the plate. Breaking ball misses in, and now he's got a 3-ball no strike count.
How about that Tettemer trivia?
4-pitch walk. Yeah, it's a frustrating one. I mean, I had him circled in my final 3. I think that what it was is you just forced it. You needed an answer from me too fast. If I would have had more time to sit there and think about it, I think I was heading towards Yandy Diaz.
You were heading towards him, I think.
My final 3 was Lee, Diaz, and Otto Lopez. 2 on, nobody out here at a prime spot for the bottom third of the New Jersey lineup. Luis Encarnacion swings through strike 1.
I thought that was just a fun 5. First of all, Brandon Marsh is the crazy one in there just because he's not an all-star, not a superstar like that.
Hitting to center. Tucker barely has to move, makes a play. He's going to try to throw the runner out at third. Tagging from second, getting in safely. Throw cut off, but a throw goes to second, and a nice cutoff by Baker to get the throw to second base. And Figueroa is down right now. He's the one tagged out trying to get to second.
Shaney with a very nice tag.
Or there was Shaney over there in that cutoff spot.
That was a very nice jump from Dylan Baker, and then Shaney fell with a great tag. And that was only, I think, Jackson Tucker was trying to go to third, and obviously Dylan Baker, used all of his vert to get up there and cut it off, and obviously a very good baseball IQ to then send it to second.
It was. That's going to be a double play for Florence. Now 2 outs with the runner 90 feet away. Sosa got to third on that play. And here's the man who deposited one over the center field wall in the 3rd inning, Connor Mariniak. His 5th home run on the season. Gets started off 2-0. Start to see Villalobos maybe a little more cautious around Mariniak. One of the few starters for New Jersey with no affiliated experience. Played Division III baseball the first few seasons. of his college career and was the Division III National Player of the Year
What
before
year?
transferring over to Charlotte. And either an intentional walk or a pitch clock violation. I don't know what.
Interesting. What year was he D3 Player of the Year?
2024.
2024, and that's why, because I wasn't in Division III at that time.
So you tell me you won you're a four-time Division III.
Four-time, yeah.
Man, that's an impressive career. You did not transfer to Charlotte, though, and start all the games for the 49ers the next season.
Did not. Are they the 49ers?
Charlotte 49ers.
Interesting.
First pitch upstairs to Jadir Hernandez with runners on the corners and 2 outs now. Break the ball, called a strike on that outside corner.
Villalobos could do a good job getting out of this inning if he leaves it unscathed.
Would have his defense to thank a little bit for that, too. 1-1, big swing and a miss. Again, you just keep setting them up with that breaking ball, and then you go back fastball, even if it's 88 miles an hour. Just changes the eye level of a hitter who hasn't really had many plate appearances in this series, Jadir Hernandez. Hernandez played his college ball at Mizzou, missing Hank Zeisler by just 1 year. Just misses on the 1-2. It's a couple times where Villalobos was heading to the Florence dugout thinking he had strike 3. 2 spot back of the third for New Jersey gives them the lead. Florence gets 1 back at the bottom of the third. Would love to have a chance to tie things up at the bottom of the fourth. With them on the corners at 2 outs. 1-2, buckled him, but he just held off enough. No swing there, and the count's full. Working for the third base side of the rubber. Payoff pitch is low and out. Back-to-back walks here for Villalobos to the 8 and 9 hitters in the New Jersey lineup. Now you got to deal with Furcht with the bases loaded. There's that veteran presence, though. Feels like Toby Hall in a situation like this would be out to talk to pretty much every pitcher in this Florence roster. But he trusts Villalobos to just go after Furcht. Nowhere to put him. First pitch is outside.
I think the more concerning piece is that it is the third walk of the inning for Villalobos, 4th on the day. Usually not a guy with a lot of walks.
And again, only the 1 coming into this inning, so things have kind of fallen off in the 4th. Called strike.
In fact, 4 Ks is the most he's had in any line this, or 4 walks is the most he's had in any line this season.
Well, Furch spoils the fastball opposite way. Another durable guy for New Jersey. The guy who played some Division I college baseball and started every single game. That was for Ohio State this season in the Big Ten. Out of the windup, the 1-2. Misses outside. Villalobos not getting that same bite on the slider, looks like, as he's hoping on that back corner. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Bases loaded. Are full again. And Villalobos in threat of walking a run in. Both the last couple of batters, too. Hernandez now first. He started in a 1-2 count.
Well, that was a strike there, without a doubt.
Seen a couple missed in different spots early in this one. Payoff pitch. Grounded right at Dylan Baker. Throw go over to first. Runners were off, and he gets it in time for the out. Villalobos leaves them loaded despite walking 3. And Florence has a chance to tie or take the lead at the bottom of the 4th. Frontier League Network powered by HTN. Sonny Fauci out for his 4th inning of work. Villalobos with some tiptoeing to work around the bases loaded situation in the top half of the inning to keep this a 1-run game. 4-2 Florence at the bottom third for the Y'alls. Broussard, Baker, and Harbison to start things off against Fauci.
How about this? Sergeant Bilko III was a late send on Yandy Diaz. He said he did type that in the chat before Ben mentioned him in his first win. How about that for Tettemer trivia?
So we're taking his word that he typed.
You know, and that's the thing. I don't have a timestamp right now.
It's all right.
Of course, you didn't guess him, so I mean, it would just have been a mention.
Check swing on the 1-0. Called strike on that outer part of the zone. Broussard struck out swinging his first time up today. It's the only strikeout in the first 4 for Fauci. Another really good breaking ball called a strike at the knees. The line for Fauci so far is 3 innings, 1 earned run on 3 hits, 3 walks, has struck out Broussard. Goes back fastball. Broussard gets a piece. Pitcher in the sun. This looks like a sliver left perfectly open for the pitcher to be in the sun.
Yeah.
Everything else in the infield pretty much in the shade, at least in infield grass.
And you know what that is?
2 and 2.
That
is it the slot between the suites and the bathroom?
Yes, that's the stairway between the suites and the bathroom.
Wonder if that was designed that way.
You can go stand out there.
2-2. Broussard punches it opposite way. Tailing foul.
You can go stand top of the stairs and maybe have your reflection on the field there and then block, you know, the
pitcher?
The pitcher, yeah.
I'll go try it. I'll do it when Florence is hitting and not when New Jersey's hitting.
There you go.
Broussard new life with a 2-2. Stays alive with another close ball on that outside corner. Looks like the right call. And the count is full on the Utah Valley all-time games played leader. Payoff pitch. Low ball 4. Really good at bat there for Broussard. Works a walk. Florence has the leadoff man in back-to-back innings.
Last time they did it, came in to score.
The ground rule double by Shaney felt. It didn't waste much time. Hanks Eisler, the next batter, single. 3 straight outs after that recorded by Fauci. And now Harbison, who has been red hot, still looking for his first official at-bat today, walked in the second. Check swing did not go. 7 RBIs in the first 2 games of this series, 5 for 9, and he recorded his first home run in a Florence Y'alls uniform. He thanked it to Chandler Bang, something to do with his new bat.
At first I thought I heard Bing. And then he did say Bang, once I rewatched it. Yeah, and I don't know if it's still a spin-off of Friends or if there's actually a guy named Chandler Bang. Or if that's just a bat company.
That's probably it's probably the name of the company that is a spin-off of Chandler Bing. I don't know.
Chandler Bang. Baseball. And nothing. Bubba Chandler.
Bubba Chandler. I'll have to ask him. 2-0 misses inside. Fauci started to lose command of the zone. 3-0 on Dylan Baker. Or Kyle Harbison, rather.
There is a Chandler Bats.
Get me over pitch right down the middle of the zone. Well, there's only one person to ask.
There's not a bat called Chandler Bang. There's a Jazz. I'm assuming that's maybe a Jazz Chisholm's bat.
(3-1) jammed him, popped him up into shallow left, and it's Mariniak who makes the grab for out number 1. Well, we'll see if it's. Let's take a look at this bat now as it comes up to the plate. If it says Chandler Bang on it. Baker popped up.
I can tell you right from here, my eyes, that is absolutely the Chandler bat. Just that gold C. Without a doubt. I could bring out the binoculars, but it's just going to be confirming that it's a Chandler bat. And then he just said Bang.
Was he just saying Bang?
Yeah.
Shallow left, and again, Mariniak has another opportunity at the ball. Coming in from left is Sosa. Mariniak takes it himself again. Back-to-back P6s.
You don't often see someone backpedal that long.
No.
Fielding an infield pop is tough.
Yeah.
It's certainly not easy.
When you were on the mound, they typically tell pitchers to leave alone those pop-ups. You ever try to get them yourself?
Yeah, I'd be going out to left center field just like he would.
Sprinting out there and then backpedal. Last chance with the runner on base for Florence. Jackson Tucker squares around to bunt. Back pick, pulled it back, ball one, and Broussard in there safely. You see players a lot of times in frustration slam their bats. Tucker had maybe one of the more emphatic bat slams I've ever seen in frustration after he popped up to second in the second inning. It stranded a runner. One catches the plate and fouls back, 1-1. So Fauci, quietly, as it stands right now, putting together one of his better starts so far. Despite the tough ERA, is 2-2 on the season. A lot like Villalobos, just getting a lot of run support from his offense. Runner takes off for the 1-1, and Tucker popped it up again, this time out of play behind the plate. What a nice play made with a couple of beers in that gentleman's hand. One hop off the concrete. Tucker down 1-2 now. And Paulson's going to come out. Something to do with engagement from the pitcher. I think he's got to wait till the batter's looking up. One, two out of the stretch. Couldn't land that breaking ball. Jackson Tucker just 3 for 11 in the series so far. Does have an RBI going back to yesterday. Was the last Florence player to get a base hit in Tuesday's game, where every starter did eventually record a hit. 2-2 here to Tucker. Fastball called, strike 3 on that outside corner. Sonny Fauci fired up and talking to Jackson Tucker as he walks off the field. We go to the 5th. New Jersey still with a 1-run lead with the Frontier League Network powered by HTN. Yannick Villalobos out for his 5th inning of work. Welcome back to Thomas More Stadium. Top 5 between Florence and New Jersey in Game 3 of a 3-game set where Florence is going for the sweep. Their second sweep of the season and trying to get to their best record on the young year to make themselves 18-12. Comes against a very high, potent offense here in New Jersey. And the heart of it coming up, 2, 3, 4, Coloki, Stevens, and Stewart, all against the Florence Southpaw. New Jersey out hitting Florence as well, 4-3. Neither team committed an error in this game. Here's Coloki at a 2-1 game of the fifth. Breaking ball low. 1 for 2. Coloki laced a double into left field, just tucked it down the third base corner. And he tries to put one in the same spot, this time a bit too early. Fouls it away. He's had a really good series, hitting .400 in the first 2 games. Getting that batting average on the season up to .280. Off the end of the bat, down the right field line. 3 men going in on it. Tyler Schoenfeld, and it drops in no man's land. Between Schoenfeld and Bobo, and Coloki will cruise into second with just an awkward play in an awkward spot. 3 guys fighting the sun down the right field line.
Goes in as a double.
Yeah. That'll be the second double for Coloki. 2 very different ways, too. And a man in scoring position with nobody out for Felix Stevens, who has one of the 2 RBIs for New Jersey so far. Swing and a miss. RBI single back in the third. That came with 2 outs, too, after Coloki doubled right before him. So Villalobos gave up the solo home run, then got 2 outs. Looked like he was going to get out of the inning before these 2 did their damage. Stevens fights one off and it's down at a 0-2 hole. Villalobos' walk numbers up from normal. He's got 4 walks today. The line right now is 4+ innings pitched on 5 hits, 4 walks to hit those couple of earned runs. Does have 4 strikeouts. Kicks and fires the 0-2, and Stevens just gets a piece. Stevens, the league leader in home runs. And he also made a pretty nice defensive play over at third base earlier today. With a throw on the run. He is not a natural third baseman. Played mostly the outfield and DH at his time in affiliated minor league ball with the Chicago Cubs organization. They reset the pitch clock and give Stevens time to get back in. Still at an 0-2 count. Runs the fastball in. Six hits already on the 3-game set for Stevens, and they've come in pretty big spots. He's fought back down 0-2. Not even the count up at 2-2. Coloki runs pretty well over at second base. Goes back fastball, and Stevens fights it off. That home run and the Stevens RBI single are the 2 runs for New Jersey. It was a 2-spot of the third, and things looked even more dangerous for Villalobos in the 5th, or rather 4th. This is the 5th. When he walked 3 batters in the inning, got help with a fly-out double play on a runner trying to take second, and then worked around the bases loaded jam. This one's hit hard into left field. It'll drop in right in front of Rushford. Stop sign over at third for Coloki, and they're on the corner. Stevens' second base hit of this ballgame. The first thing you look at is his power numbers, but he still hits for average too. 383 coming into this game. Early candidate for league MVP. Insurance run, 90 feet away, couple on the base paths for Dante Stewart. He goes after the first pitch down the right field line. Bobo tracking it down. It swerves foul in front of the foul pole. A bunch of kids run to it out in the kids zone. So long strike here for Stewart. Second straight game of the cleanup spot after batting second in game one of the series. He's played in 3 of the 4 MLB partner independent leagues. Pioneer League, Atlantic, and now the Frontier League. Grounder through the gap in the right side of the infield. That will easily score Coloki. Stevens stops at second as Bobo gets it back in. 3 consecutive base hits to start this 5th inning off in New Jersey. It's their lead up to 2. It's 3-1. They put the shift on for the righty. Schoenfeld was playing pretty close to that second base bag as the second baseman. And Stewart found the gap. Still nobody out. Now Gustavo Sosa watches ball 1 go by downstairs. Led last inning off with a ground rule double. And after 1 ball, Toby Hall will come out to have a conversation with Villalobos.
Zach Westcott warming in the bullpen for Florence. It's an interesting one. I did not expect to see him again today.
We talk about Westcott's best use maybe being in a game after a flamethrower, some of the throws hard. Villalobos is not one of those guys.
Well, Villalobos is a similar pitcher to Westcott, using a lot of off speeds and deception to get outs. We saw, New Jersey, it's a pretty similar lineup. They were able to hit Westcott around back on Tuesday.
Hall back to the dugout. Sosa, they'll step in with a 1-0 count. Hardy with a pretty hard hit ground rule double today. He's caught twice in this series, now playing left field, shows you the versatility. Swing and a miss. First pitch after the mound meeting is a good one for Villalobos. Bullpen and the first 2 wins of this series have had to cover a total of 9 innings. So 9 innings from the starters, 9 innings from the bullpen coming into this game. 1-1, lined into right field. Brendan Bobo diving for it, and it gets, he got it. And they're going to say he lost it on the transfer. Brendan Bobo, a spectacular diving play out in right field. And that saves a run.
One of the best plays you'll see. I mean, working full extension, Brendan Bobo. Really nice grab in the gap. That definitely saves a run, and not only, also just a very flashy play.
It was an awkward read at first. You don't see a whole lot of dives kind of with that rotation in his body. Runner does get to third on that, and they're on the corners, but that's the first out of the inning, and a big one here for Villalobos. What a play for Bobo. We have seen 3 spectacular plays in the last few home games for him, including a play of the Sports Center top 10 last week, where he dove over the right field barrier down the first baseline. Oh, 1 fastball misses outside here to Figueroa. Walked both times today and walked a lot in this series. That's now 5 this week for Figueroa. Off the end of the bat, foul again. Right behind home plate, off that awning in front of us. Florence will have Evan Webster on the bump to start their 3-game set with Gateway tomorrow night. Starting to get to a point where you feel like you almost need to win every time Evan Webster climbs the hill with the uncertainty of this Florence starting rotation. And they've done that pretty well. Got a win over the best team in the Midwest Conference, Washington and Webster start last weekend. Back to a 1-2 count here in Figueroa. Runner takes off for second base. Pitch high. Throw goes to short and past Dylan Baker. And Stevens will score with ease. First to third now goes Stewart. That's a wonky one.
That's just an ugly error. Really, really no reason to throw that to the shortstop. I get at some point that's a plan, but for the shortstop to be that far wide off the bag, that's a plan when the shortstop's coming in. Dylan Baker was going back to back up the throw to second.
Unforced error, and New Jersey now takes a 4-1 lead over Florence. 2-spot here in the fifth.
So there will be a stolen base and then an E2.
You're not going to see that one a whole lot. 1-2 pitch gets by Harbison. That'll score another. Base paths now cleared. New Jersey up 4 here in the fifth.
Possible wear and tear on Harbison, who's had to catch the last few games. I thought that was another one that, it's a wild pitch, but I don't think he went to go scoop that.
He's got a lot of consecutive games.
Yes, he does.
Grounder down the first base side. This is going to be an awkward play. Villalobos can't get there. Zeisler tried to go a little between the legs, and nobody was there at first base. New Jersey, it's been a little bit since they've hit the ball hard, but they keep moving on the base paths. Infield single there for Figueroa. Toby Hall comes out, and I think this will be it for Villalobos. In comes Zach Westcott. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken pitching change. We'll be right back on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken pitching change for the Florence Y'alls. With a new wing coming into the game, you could pick up the best wings in the tri-state area at Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. Zach Westcott, at just his second relief appearance here at Florence, will inherit a runner on first base with 1 out. Florence now trailing by 4 in the top of the fifth against the New Jersey Jackals. Villalobos cannot make it out of the fifth inning. And he will face the 7-hitter and first baseman Luis Encarnacion to start him off. And get me over fastball right down the middle of the plate. Encarnacion's flied out both times up. One of them was into that double play in the fourth. And got Villalobos out of the jam a little bit. And this one's laced hard into left field. Past the diving Broussard. That one's hit hard enough to keep the runner put at second base. So station to station for Figueroa. And Encarnacion gets his first single of the game. Final line for Yannick Villalobos while he is responsible for the runner at second base. 4 1/3 of 5-run baseball, all earned on 7 hits, 4 walks. Did strike out 4, but you could tell things went south when he stopped striking out batters. First pitch from Westcott runs way outside of Marignac. He's got a home run and a walk today. Two 2-0. Westcott with not the prettiest numbers to start the 2026 season. He's been used as both a starter and a reliever. ERA after a tough first relief appearance back up in the double digits at 10.48. Did have a solid start in one of his first 5, but the other 4 were really rough. A whip of 1.8, and he's walking almost, or letting on almost 2 per inning. On a 4-pitch walk here. And New Jersey loads the bases, still just 1 out in the 5th. Jadir Hernandez, who's yet to put a ball in play at his first 2 plate appearances, a walk and a strikeout. New Jersey trying to break this thing open. Strike 1. There's that curveball. It's got a lot of good movement for Westcott, but I think one of the reasons for the regression from last year to this year is because that curveball is getting hit a lot harder than years past. So, 2. A couple of guys in this New Jersey lineup hit it pretty hard last time they saw it, too, just a couple of days ago on Tuesday. Hernandez not in the lineup in that one, though. Just making his first start. Throwaway pitch outside. Well, the Florence bullpen has Whitesell and McAvoy as their 2 go-to guys, still trying to find a real consistent third. And they thought, you know, maybe Westcott with a change to the bullpen could be that guy. Even 2-2. Change his approach a little bit, change the mindset, not have to use him as long. You know, the later he went into games in his starts against teams, the more they just really started to get on that curveball and a fastball that doesn't have a ton of velocity. 2-2 pitch is punched into right and drop it in for a base hit. One will score. A stop sign over at third base as Encarnacion stays. An RBI single and a 6-1 lead for New Jersey. That will close the book on Yannick Villalobos. That's 6 earned runs in 4 1/3. Base is still loaded. And Noah Furcht will step in. Get to the top of the lineup. Everyone is hit now for the Jackals in the visiting half of the 5th. Fastball up and in. Furcht came into this game with a 1,000 batting average, just 1 for 1 and 1 pinch hit appearance. Joined the team back on Tuesday. This is his first series of the Frontier League, but he's 0 for 3 today with the strikeout, a flyout, and a ground out. Scott finds the zone of the 1-1. So Westcott comes in, gives up a single, a 4-pitch walk, and a single on the 3 batters he's faced so far. Gets Furch to chase upstairs. 1-2. Good look at fastball location-wise. And one of his faster ones at 85. Encarnacion at third, Mariniak at second, and Hernandez over at first base. Still just the one out in the inning. 1-2. This is upstairs. Got all the way up to 87 on that one. Haven't seen that from Westcott in a little bit. Swing and a miss. Westcott buries a curveball downstairs. He had it outside and Furch went after it. The second time he struck out today, and a big one with the bases loaded and just one out. Westcott's first out recorded, and of course first strikeout of the game. Aldalay Koloki has doubled each of his last 2 plate appearances. Foul ball for strike one. You could try to break this one open. New Jersey with a 5-run lead here. They had a 4-run lead early in the game against Florence on Tuesday. Florence erased it and got a 5-run win themselves. Curveball again out in front. He's Koloki. Westcott trying to leave him loaded for the second straight inning. A 6-for-12 series so far for the New Jersey center fielder as he spoils one. Jackal's also out hitting Florence right now, 10-3 too. New Jersey's had 10 base hits in the first 5 innings of the last 2 games. Now, 1-2 grounder over to Dylan Baker, has to get out of the way of the runner and throws to first. Zeisler's got it. So Westcott lets one in, but a nice Houdini act to get out of a bases loaded situation. They've been left loaded at 2 straight innings, but Florence now trails by 5 going into the bottom of the 5th on the Frontier League Network powered by HTN. Sonny Fauci has looked great for New Jersey. 4 innings of work for him, just 1 run on 3 hits. He has walked 4 and only struck out 2, but he's left a total of 6 on base in his first 4 innings of work. He'll get 2-3-4 this Florence lineup, who now trail by 5. A 6-1 Jackals lead heading into the second half of this ballgame. Shadyfelt, Zeisler, and Bobo to hit in the 5th. Another thirsty Thursday from Thomas More Stadium, just the 3rd of the year, and another pretty good crowd, projected around 2,000 before the walk-up, so it looks like a pretty good walk-up too. To quench some thirst, also to try to see Florence get a sweep. Shadyfelt steps in to start the 5th. Breaking ball all the way upstairs. Florence has been known to rally a little bit, and Schoenfeld has scored 7 times already in this series. Got to get on base to get the chance to score. Launches a 1-0 pitch at the knees. Now Fauci tries to go outside with a fastball. Misses 2-1. And Schoenfeld just gets a piece to foul it back and out of play. The only one run in this game for Florence came when Schoenfeld started off an inning. He had a ground rule double to center, maybe his hardest hit ball of the year. Hank Zeisler immediately singled after. And he's got a full count now. The payoff. Stays alive. Full infield pretty much covered now in shade. I think a very welcome sight for the players who are in this heat. And a really good at bat for Tyler Schoenfeld. Works a 7 pitch walk as he jogs on down to first base. Another leadoff man on for Florence. The 3rd straight inning, Florence gets the leadoff guy on. And the captain, Hank Zeisler's up. Schoenfeld dancing around over at first base. Zeisler lines out the second, and Schoenfeld thought that was hitting the ground first. A double play for New Jersey as Zeisler pieces one. But Stewart in the perfect spot, and Schoenfeld doubled up off first base. Both teams have had unconventional double plays now. A fly-out double play for New Jersey in the 3rd inning. So now nobody on base and 2 outs for Bobo. He takes the first pitch and hits it high into left. Sosa readjusting right at the track. Now he's backing up, but he's got it right in front of the wall for the out. Crashes into it, but they say he made the catch before he dropped it, and a really weird 1-2-3 inning with the line ball double play for Fauci. He's through 5, looking really clean. Go to the 6th of the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Westcott out for what would be his first full inning of work. New Jersey bats around in the top of the 5th to grow their lead. into now what's a 5-run lead. 6-1 over Florence. New Jersey just trying to get one in the series and avoid being swept. With the 5-run lead, they'll get the heart of their lineup. 3-4-5, Felix Stevens to start things off against Zach Westcott. Stevens swings first pitch and hits a curveball into right. Can't accord for Brendan Bobo. Just a tad late, really, on that curveball. And Stevens is retired for the first time since the first inning.
I think he wants to have that one back. Not every day he's getting the curveball middle.
Fastball, cold strike on the inner part. Getting it middle, and not only missing it, he was a little late on the curveball too.
Taking it opposite field.
1 ball, 1 strike here to Dante Stewart. 1 for 3 day.
Might be used to going towards right field in New Jersey.
Yeah. That ball might get out in New Jersey. Looks like a decent spot on another curveball from Westcott, but Paulson says it's just upstairs. Stewart here ahead of the count, 2-1. Fastball, he popped him up. Is it playable? Harbison going towards the seats, and it is not. Give Stewart new life. 5 homers and 20 RBIs on the year. And he grounds one through the left side for a base hit. Baker again pretty close to having a play on it, but just another hard ground ball. And the second hit of the day for Stewart. It's the 3rd hit for New Jersey against Westcott today.
Should have Joe Shadler coming up for this inning. Actually do see him going up the steps right now.
This is one I am excited for. Shadler with an impressive milestone today. Bat Boy Joe. Curveball down the middle of the zone, 0-1 to Gustavo Sosa. Line out to right last time up. That was that spectacular grab by Brendan Bobo, who has just put on a defensive masterpiece those last few games at Thomas More Stadium. Sosa's down to the count, 0-2. Time called as he wants to readjust his batting gloves. Sosa stands in with a runner on first and 1 gone in the visiting half of the 6th. Westcott comes home again, fastball, and Sosa looks like he was sitting that curveball late on the fastball, but gets a piece, able to stay ahead, alive in the count. Not many breaks in this New Jersey lineup. I mean, Sosa, the 5-hole guy, is hitting .333 on the year. Grounder in that same spot through the left side of the infield. Back-to-back singles pulled by these righty New Jersey hitters, and 2 are on with just 1 out. Fourth hit, Westcott surrendered, and just 2/3 innings, or actually now 1 full inning of work. Getting the first out of the inning. Here's Martin Figueroa. Locates curveball top of the zone strike. We talked about coming in, and of everyone that's been hot for New Jersey, Figueroa, the one that hasn't been, the only Jackal sitting below the Mendoza line. Just a touch coming into this game, 198. And so he is only 1 for 6 in the series, but he has walked a lot. Those back-to-back singles are base hits number 11 and 12 on the game for New Jersey, too. Figueroa's down at an 0-2 hole. Foul down the third base line. Just one walk for Westcott so far. Pretty uncharacteristic. That was a 4-pitch walk, too, after the first batter he faced singled on him. This one's cranked to center. Playable for Jackson Tucker. Sizes him up. No tag from second over to third. Couple of fly ball outs here in the inning for Westcott. 2 down. Excited for our guest. Stay tuned to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Bat Boy Joe makes his way up to the press bucket. Talk about an impressive feat. Westcott trying to get out of the 6th. First pitch comes to Encarnacion, called a strike on the outside part. Encarnacion is our beer batter of the game. Always brought to you by Party Source. Breaking ball misses low. Party Source, of course, your one-stop destination for all things celebration. Visit them today at 95 Riviera Drive in Bellevue, Kentucky. No strikeouts for Encarnacion yet. He's flied out twice and has a single. But he's down on the count, 1-2 now. Swing and a miss. Zach Westcott with a couple of strikeouts now in his inning and 2/3. Leaves a couple more on base as Florence will try to get a little bit more of that lead back. Trailing 6-1. Go to the bottom of the 6th on the Frontier League Network. Bad Boy Joe coming up on the Frontier League Network powered by HTN.
How you guys doing? Hey, Ben.
Back here on the
Nice to see
Frontier
you.
League Network
Nice
at a
to see you.
6-1
Thanks for
lead
having
for
me.
New Jersey.
Love you guys.
In the press bucket, we have a very, very special guest with us, Bat Boy Joe Shadler, on an incredibly impressive feat. Bat Boy Joe has just been a part of his 400th game here with the Florence Y'alls of the Frontier League. Bat Boy Joe, welcome in.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now the Batman essentially, yeah.
Batman.
Yeah,
400
Batman.
gets you the
My
Batman
birthday's
title.
next week.
Next
so
week,
I'm Batman
okay.
now. Yeah.
18th coming up for you.
Yeah. Pretty
Well,
much.
400's a lot. I
wish.
remember talking to you at the beginning of the season just about
Well, I'll tell you what.
know,
It's
how much
been,
it's meant to you.
It really does. I thought that I was out of here. Wow.
It's a different angle from up here in the press
I was
box.
about ready to jump up.
Yeah.
So,
Different look from the press box to you down to the dugout.
you know, I'll be 60. June 19th, I'll be 60. I just keep grinding, and I'm having fun, and I love what I do, Organization treats me great. how many people do you know my age that get to put a uniform on, go to the ballpark, has their own locker?
That's true.
You know, you know, and be loved when you come here, and you love what you're doing. So I mean, I'm very fortunate. So I've been blessed. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've been glad to have you.
it's been a couple of years. I think 2 years, 3
Yeah.
years maybe since I was up here. I think it was my.
It was
2024.
2024.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years. So,
Rounder to short. Mariniak on the run makes a play.
yeah.
Richardson retired.
But you guys do a great job. So but, I'll listen to you guys on the road. So
Do you tune in?
I do.
Home
I
Team
do.
Network or the audio stream?
The home team.
Home team.
But not as much as I want to because of my schedule. But I do try to catch a couple, a game or two a week.
Yeah.
So,
It makes sense.
yeah, I mean, you guys mentioned my name, and thank you for that because you guys always have kind words to say for me.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that, guys.
No doubt. We're happy to have you. I got to know, what's it like, being the Batman for this team that's obviously, consistently hitting pretty well. And you're going up there and, back and forth between home plate pretty like a lot, especially this year and especially this series, 17 runs and 14 runs.
Well, I've been busy.
A good kind of busy.
And I got the thing is that you have to pay attention down there because you never know when the umpire needs baseball. I don't want to delay the game or anything. I try to stay on top of the game and try not to get behind the 8-ball. And that's what I teach these young guys down here help me out. To always pay attention. You have to. It's focus. You have to be locked in. So, and these guys I got now they're actually going to do the All-Star game with me. So they do such a great job. And they listen and they show up. My thing with these guys, I told them when they first came in that the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to work safe and we're going to have fun. And I'm big on safety. So, but
It's obviously the biggest part of it, staying safe.
yes.
Hard line drive single for Rushford, now one on. Well, at 400, it's a lot, but I think that All-Star game for you is going to be pretty cool. You said you're working it?
Yeah, that's going to be my first All-Star game. Last time it was here, I wasn't available to do it. I was living in Atlanta. So I tried to work my schedule out, and I just couldn't do it.
6-4-3 double play to get out of the inning. Quick inning, Joe. I think we'll keep you on for the top of the 7th, but we'll be right back here on the Frontier League Network, powered by
Appreciate
HDN.
you. We got Wesley. Come on, Wesley.
Top half of the 7th inning, Rory Tettemer alongside Ben Hauer, and our Batman MVP 66, Joe Shadler, still with us in his 400th game as the Batman for Florence. That one misses upstairs. So 400 games, how long have you been doing it?
12 years.
12 years.
Wow.
Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. And so that would go back to the Freedom days.
That's right. That's when I started. Absolutely.
So you've seen some manager changes as well. You've been through,
Ownerships.
you've been through ownerships, managers,
Right.
obviously a lot of players,
Yep.
some broadcasters. Anyone else bring you up on the booth besides me?
No.
And that's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. That one's fouled away.
I don't think I had enough games to get in back then.
There you go.
I had to work for
Absolutely.
work for everything to get up there.
You got a favorite memory in your 400 here?
You know, the game last week when we won 20-19.
I mean, that's a special one.
That I've never seen anything like that or been a part of any game like that.
It's a baseball game I'll never forget. That's for sure.
I mean, it was just
What was the dugout like?
dugout was fired up. We wanted to win. So, you know, I believe our pitcher got pulled out the first inning.
Yes,
Yeah.
without recording an out.
Yeah, right.
And so we were obviously throwing a position player in there. There's a
Mhm.
single by Connor Marianac.
Yep.
But we were throwing a position player. Could you feel that, the dugout was, in it the entire way, or was there kind of like a white flag in the beginning, and then it was like, hey, we're in this ball game?
No, we didn't throw anything in. I'll tell you what we did. We stood over on the rail, and, we cheered for Hank. Come on. Come on, guys. And then when Tyler got in, which he got his first win over that.
Yeah.
So that was great. I mean, I don't know, man. I think that's a heck of a feat.
It's certainly one I'm sure he didn't have on his bingo
I've never
card.
seen that type of game, 20-19, and what happened to us in the beginning. We just kept grinding.
I've watched a lot of baseball, and I say this.
There's a sack bunt over towards Zach Westcott. Just a toss on to first for out number one. Moves Marianac over to second.
I've never seen a game where the team has a position player in and is losing and ends up winning the game. Just has not been seen.
That was an amazing game,
A 13-run inning.
I know.
And
yeah.
and that
Well,
was a big inning for you.
How many batters did we have hit by a pitch?
It was
About
4 in the inning, 5
Right.
and then 5 walks
3
as well.
consecutive
Yeah.
at one point.
Right. That has to be some type of record.
Yeah, it was pretty
right
amazing.
there. I mean,
That one's fouled away. So you would say 20-19 last week is one of your favorite memories?
I'd say that's my favorite game.
Wow.
And everybody just came together. We were just rooting everybody on.
Yeah.
We just didn't let it go. We wanted to win, and we fought and just kept grinding.
That makes me feel good. The 12 years you've been here, the one that I'm here happens to be your best memory out of all the memories you could have chosen. So.
I've seen a lot of good games. 2 outs. Man on second, and home run, and walk-off home runs and everything. But it wasn't just one inning. It was the whole game.
It was certainly a wild game. It's a game that
was
went
just a crazy game.
Yeah.
It's up for grabs. Anybody could have taken it, but we wouldn't give up. I mean, we were cheering everybody on, and we were in a dugout, fired up, or guys were, ready to. They were wanting on base. They didn't care how they got on base. They just wanted on because we were trying to play catch up to get back to get back within reach of the game.
Yeah.
So
2-1 in there for a strike, 2-2 the count. So for you to say that as obviously a 12-year veteran now and have seen a lot of games, but you also coached a base at one point. So that's still better than that.
I did a couple years ago. I did. Chad Rose put me in, coach first base. So he did.
And you're still trying to get into the Hall of Fame for that?
No, what happened on that deal was because I'm affiliated with the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame.
Okay.
I'm one of the 1869 stocking guys that go out. We do charity benefits and stuff, and I do that when I'm not here. And I was talking to one of the main people over there, Perry, and I told him what happened. He looked at me like he saw a ghost or something, and he said, what happened? He said, was you sure? What happened? Somebody not show up? I said, no. He just said, hey, Joe, go to first base. Coach it. I said, okay. So anyway, he knows a lot of people in Cooperstown. So he said he never heard of that before. So he called his fact check guy down in Cooperstown to see if it's ever happened before. And he said, no, it's never happened in professional modern day history. And Perry contacted me, wanted to know if I'd be interested in donating my jersey to the Hall of Fame.
There's a fair ball down the line. Ends up as a triple. It will be a double with a advancement on the air. 2 runs come across for New Jersey. I would have cut you off if that was a Florence hit, but New Jersey, we can let them play.
I got you.
That'll be 8 runs now for the Jackals. 2 runs coming across Zach Westcott here on what is an RBI double or a 2-run double from Adelaide Koloki. And continues to hit at the plate.
Yeah, but that's how it all went about. So Hall of Fame requested my jersey, and I told him that I'd be more than happy to give it to him when I'm at the end of my career.
That one's roped into left off the wall, bouncing off the bottom. That'll bring in another run. Felix Stevens held to an RBI single. This one's starting to get out of hand. A 9-1 Jackals lead.
I don't know if I'll personally get in, but my jersey will. I have a piece
That's
of
at least
clothing or
yeah.
something. You
It's
know,
more
hey,
than more than most people. Most people in baseball have.
Right.
That's pretty cool stuff. So.
Yeah, you know.
And what jersey are you going with?
The one I had on at first base.
Was it baby blues?
It was the white with the pin.
It was white with the pins.
Yeah, that's the one that they asked for.
How about that?
But, and my batting helmet, the helmet that I had.
And your helmet.
Also. Right.
Well, we always have our rosters up here. You are on the roster, obviously up there always. Joe Shadler.
Yep.
Every single roster that Florence has, Joe Shadler's on there.
I tell you what, our skipper, he treats me so great, and I've always been treated great by all the managers and coaches, but Toby's first year here, I tell you, he just welcomed me with open arms. So Joe, just do what you do.
I think everyone in the organization could say the same about Toby.
Yeah, he's like, hey man, you know what? You just do what you do. So, but I do. So.
What's it like working with the former major leaguer, Toby Hall?
It's awesome.
Ground ball left side fielded by Broussard in foul territory. I'm going to say a foul ball. So now an 0-2 count.
Well, he was actually in the minor leagues with a friend of mine.
Really?
So we talk about some funny stories that happened in minor leagues. One of my best friends was a player by the name of Ryan Friel. I don't know if you guys remember.
Ryan who?
Ryan Friel.
Ryan Friel.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but he's no longer with us. But he would tell me stories about when these guys were in the minor leagues working their way up and different stuff like that. And I'd tell him funny stories and go back and forth on that.
That one's sky deep out towards left center field. Tucker's just going to watch it fly. An 11-1 ball game and a 2-run shot for Dante Stewart. Zach Westcott's getting torched out on the mound. The last 4 batters, all with base hits. That's the 5th hit of the inning. This one's been blown open with a 5-run 7th.
Ryan Friel was a good ball player.
Yeah, he was. He was a great ball player. Yeah, really good friend. Really good friend.
So tell us a little bit more about what you do with the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame organization.
We wear the old 1869
Red Stockings uniforms.
Yeah, we wear the uniforms, and we play here too. Kind of like it's kind of fun, but it's also competitive.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah. So, but I broke my finger last game of the season right here. Broke my finger.
Oh man.
Ooh, yeah. So
how does it feel now?
it's feeling good. Feels okay
good.
now. So
You obviously play barehanded, right?
Right, correct. We use no gloves. So, and I was trying to turn a double play. Ball was hit the third, threw it to me. I was playing second. I ran over, and it just the way I caught it. Yeah. So I knew it was broke as soon as it happened.
How are you as a hitter?
They tell me I'm one of the best hitters on the team.
There you go.
So.
Might have to recruit you for our next softball league.
Yeah, let me know.
We should.
Come on.
What's it like playing barehanded?
A little rough sometimes.
I'm sure.
Break your finger sometimes?
Yeah, right there. But line drives. We have something happen almost every game to one of the players. It just happened to be my turn.
What's the bat like?
You have no batting helmets, right?
No batting helmet. We have to use Vinny's bats. We just can't use any bat.
Huh.
We have to use Vinny's baseball, so we have to comply with the rules. The rules in 1869 was it was
Swinging bunt down the first base line. Westcott gets it, throw on to first.
Nice play, guys.
Is in time for the second out of the inning.
We have to follow the 1869 rules. There's no cussing, no chewing tobacco. You can't overrun first base.
Wow.
You can take 2 steps off of first base if you're on first base, but no more than that. So, so you have to. And our guy that runs that, he's real strict on us.
Yeah.
When you put the uniform on, you have to get
You're in
character.
1869.
Right,
Yeah.
you have to get in character.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
No gambling back then?
No, I don't gamble anyway. So.
That one skied out towards center field. Tucker all the way to the wall. In front of it, makes the grab to end the inning. 5 runs come across, but, it's okay when you're talking to the Batman, Joe Shadler. Joe, anything you want to say to the crowd?
Hello, everybody, and thanks for having me. And God bless you all.
It's been great having you, Joe. Appreciate you coming up. Congratulations on game number 400.
Thank you very much, sir.
We'll see you in the bottom of the 7th on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Stretch time always brought to you by the Stretch Lab. As Dylan Baker skies one into right field for a base hit. Baker gets the job done. Leadoff single for Florence. They're trailing 11-1. A lot of work to try and come back in this ball game. Brings up Kyle Harbison, looking for his first hit of the day, 0 for 1 with a walk. Stretch Lab's team of highly trained flexologists will give you a deeper stretch than you could ever achieve on your own. Visit stretchlab.com or stop by a branch near you today. Still Sonny Fauci on the mound for New Jersey. Fastball missing upstairs. The 1-0 missing outside. Really good to talk to MVP Joe Shadler. Didn't get to ask him what the meaning was behind number 66, but I'm sure there'll be always game 500. Didn't seem like, when I asked him outside the booth if he had any, time he thought he would, hang up the cleats. Didn't seem like it was in the near future. So should have MVP 66 for a good time. The 1-2 missing downstairs. 2-2 count with Baker over at first. Nobody out. Bottom of the 7th. 11-1 Jackals lead. That one misses upstairs. Florence probably just hoping to put a close on this ball game. Got 9 outs to play with, but would certainly have to put some damage on the board right now. Now a full count. Blooped out towards left center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Baker station to station, runners first and second, and nobody out. Can never count the Y'alls out. The worst they've been beat a little bit. Have been down 11-1 in quite some time. Guess that 10-run lead or 10-0 ball game against Washington. I guess that was just last week. Seems like forever ago. The way Florence has been hitting in their long games. That one's roped foul. That one misses outside. 1-1 the count to Jackson Tucker. Runners first and second. Nobody out. Florence being out, hit 16-5. 1-1, he ropes that one out towards left center field. Coloki at the warning track. He looks up and it bounces off the wall. Dylan Baker going to get a wave around third. No throw coming in, still bobbled by Sosa as Harbison stays put at second. Probably should have moved on to third as well. Ends up just an RBI single from Jackson Tucker. Florence gets a run across. Now an 11-2 ball game. Three hits to start off the inning. That's a game. That's a appearance right there when Jackson Tucker obviously has all the horsepower, but no room to gallop with Kyle Harbison in front of him. Bobby Jones going to go approach the mound. Seemed like the catcher, Hernandez, was talking to him. Jones now speaking to Fauci. There is a right-handed pitcher warming up in the bullpen for New Jersey. It will be Fauci still out there. Tyler Schoenfeld, 2 walks and a double with a run scored. Been on base all 3 times today. Let's see if he can keep the hit train rolling.
We talk about, even his batting average numbers don't always tell the whole story. Here's a look at that last play.
It was an odd one. We've seen Harbison just kind of stop like a statue on base before, and he did so there. Definitely had third and then some.
Yeah.
Continued to be bobbled by Sosa in center field. Sosa did switch with Coloki.
Now, obviously, down by, 9 runs, you're very rarely trying to take the extra base, but I don't think that's the case there. I think it was just confusion.
It would be the first, real comeback for Florence down past the 6th this season. Have not had many games where they've had to come back in, such a big margin. There's a line drive over towards the second baseman. Toss on to first is not in time. But a lot of hard contact lineouts that have ended up in close double plays or double plays.
A lot of them have been Stewart, too. Stewart's had a lot of work over at second base, and he's been positioned perfectly, it feels like, all game.
We got Florence with just 1 comeback down after 6, or come from behind win after 6. That was here at home. I can't even remember the game. Bobby Jones going to go out, and it's going to be another meeting on the mound, but should trigger a pitching change for the Jackals. He gets the 1 out against Schoenfeld, and we head to the bullpen. A Hooves Hangout pitching change and a new wing coming into the game when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Back here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, it's an 11-2 New Jersey lead. The captain, Hank Zeisler, steps in. Jojo Rodriguez, your Hooves Hangout pitching change, looking for the perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading cards. Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover. Hooves Hangout today, 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. Zeisler the first to face the righty. That one misses inside. Runners first and second and one away. That'll be Tucker on first, Harbison on second. Florence down 9. We were talking about comeback wins for the Y'alls. I have one comeback after the 6th inning here at home, trailing after 6. I can't even remember it.
I have 0. Not going to help you on that one.
I just got one
Not
down.
going to help you remembering the one that I was here for. But it's funny because they've had comebacks before the 6th this season. I mean, they were down by 7 in that crazy 20-19 game.
Yeah, the largest comeback they had was, down 7 after 1, which was obviously amazing.
They're down 4 in this series on Friday or Tuesday.
3-0 misses upstairs. And now I might have had that actually as one maybe before I instituted in my own game notes that it had to be after 6, and then I just forgot to take it away. A walk to Hank Zeisler loads the bases. And now we are joined by Cowboy Kurt Kramer joining us for the Rip That Pack segment.
Benny Roar, good to be in the house again tonight. A nice, sweltering night at Thomas More Stadium.
And a day that we need you with the Florence Y'alls down to 9, but threatening here in the inning. Swing and a miss from Brendan Bobo. He's trying to get going. 1 for 3 today. Has the bases loaded and 1 away.
Yes, sir. Just in time for a Y'alls rally. Special shout out to Don Tragrasser. He said this is his absolute favorite part of the night on the broadcast. So, Don, I know you're out there listening. I was right on time for you tonight, too. Right in the 8th. And I think we're all excited.
Kurt, I just got to – this is the bottom of the 7th, and
See?
your due time is the top of the 7th.
So am I on time today?
No, you're an inning late. Now, it is a good thing because we were talking to Joe Shadler in the top of the 7th. So it was a good thing that you were late.
It worked out.
See, perfect.
You knew. That's why you came up late.
There you go.
Don came into my office today, though, and he's like, I think we should do Rip the Pack from the 2nd inning through the whole game. I said, Don, that might be too much.
That's one we could pull off if, maybe the end of the season if we are out of the hunt.
I mean, I'm okay ripping a whole nother box of 90 Don Russ on the broadcast. That will not bother me.
Hopefully we can get some, maybe football in at one point because Don is a huge Eagles fan. Just one of the biggest I've seen.
How did we get all these Eagles fans in the front office?
1-2, swing and a miss. Brendan Bobo able to get a piece of it, and they're going to call it a foul tip out of the glove. Stays alive. I'm absolutely kidding because Don Tragesser is indeed a Cowboys fan.
That's okay. You really had me because I've seen Michael with the Cowboys hat on, and I was a Cowboys fan growing up. You had Emmett, Aikman, Irvin, the greatest offensive line of all time. I don't know what the Eagles were doing then. I mean, you had Randall Cunningham.
Good player. 1-2, fouls it away, stays alive. Now, you brought yourself up a packaged box of Topps Chrome Platinum. And we still got 4 packs in mine.
I brought this up here to brag.
There you go.
And special shout out to Matt Fornash, our concessions manager, purchased this for me as a surprise. I don't know what I did to deserve it, but
how about that?
I am stoked for some my own Topps Chrome Platinum baseball.
There you go. There you go. Here's the 1-2, fouls it away. Now, you bought a hobby box for Matt, yes, but it was from his mom.
Yes.
For his birthday.
It was a whole. I don't even know what operation.
Yes.
To secure that box for him.
I heard he didn't pull much from it, but he did get some good cards out of the mega boxes that he got.
those mega boxes were hot.
Yeah. Count stays 1-2 with the bases loaded and one away to Brendan Bobo. Don't want to get into rip that pack just yet with the bases loaded for Florence threatening here in the bottom of the 7th. 11-2 ball game. Haven't seen much action from the Y'alls today. 7 hits compared to the 16 for the Jackals. The 1-2 fouls it away again, staying alive. A lot of off speeds here from JoJo Rodriguez. Sonny Fauci on the hook for all 3 of the runners on base. Sorry, 2 of the runners on base. Ori allowed a run in this inning. 6 1/3, 7 hits. Right now, just 2 runs against Fauci. 5 walks and 2 Ks, an unofficial line. Rodriguez delivers the 1-2 to Bobo. Misses outside, a 2-2 count. So what, you're going to open those Topps Chrome Platinums while we're on the road?
I don't think I'll make it through the night. I think they'll get open tonight when I get home.
There you go. Here's the 2-2 to Bobo. Fouls it away again.
Now,
a long at bat.
Matt Fornash was talking about buying the box that's down there of the Platinum. He was itching, and he said he'd give me 2 packs. I said, I can't take that from you. And then I walk by and I get handed this. So there's a chance there's just going to be another segment of Rip That Pack in my front office after this game.
There you go. That'll be awesome. Count 2-2 to Bobo.
Now, Don, if you're out there listening, I will videotape that.
2-2 skies it foul behind home plate, and now to play will do it again. Brendan Bobo staying alive. Don did say you will hear from my lawyer in regards to the Eagles fan comment. Pretty funny. He was laughing at it.
That one caught me off guard.
Well, I'm glad you trust me enough to where you believed it for a second. This is a very good at bat from Bobo. He's just trying to win it with the bases loaded here. 1 away. Battling against JoJo Rodriguez, the righty on the mound. Kick the 2-2, swing and a miss. Rodriguez gets the better of him, an off-speed downstairs. Bobo went chasing. Picks up his first strikeout. Now 2 away with the bases loaded. Florence left the bases stranded in the first. And it was a similar situation when Zade Richardson came up with runners on second and third. He did end up walking. And Milo Rushford grounded out. Let's see if Richardson can get the job done here. Playing him insanely deep out to center and left field. And he ropes that one into right in front of Furcht. It comes in for an RBI single. Also rounding third and coming in to score, Jackson Tucker. A 2-run single from Zade Richardson. Florence makes it 11-4 ball game.
Yeah, welcome back to the lineup, Zade. Good to see that he's not having to do too much knocking off the rust.
Brings up Milo Rushford. Florence trying to inch back into this one. Runners first and second. Zeisler on second. Richardson on first. Still a lot of work to do. That one misses outside. An 11-4 New Jersey lead. That one misses outside. Rushford 1 for 3 today. Kurt, hopefully they can make a little comeback here for you. Now down 7. I mean, you had a 7-hour game penciled in today, so you need all the offense right now.
You did. And we're going to see more offense from both sides if that's going to be true.
And long innings like this with some walks, maybe a few more pitching changes.
I don't think I can stay here 7 hours tonight. It is too hot here in Florence tonight for that.
I think the bus would just take off right away after the game.
2-1, ground ball right side over towards the second baseman. Toss on to first is in time Florence picks up 3 runs, makes an 11-4 ball game. We'll have Rip That Pack when we return in the top of the 8th on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top of the 8th here at Thomas More Stadium. Florence trailing 11-4. It's still Zach Westcott now just eating up some innings for the Y'alls out of the bullpen. Luis Encarnacion, Connor Mariniak, and Jedier Hernandez will be the 3 to face them here in the top of the 8th. But we also have our Rip That Pack segment, still joined by Cowboy Kurt Kramer, Ben Hauer. I'm Rory Tettemer. You're listening to Frontier League Baseball, Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. First pitch missing outside. A 1-0 count. Westcott allowed 5 runs in the 7th. On 5 hits, didn't leave any on base. That one misses upstairs. Featured a 2-run homer from Dante Stewart. We are into our final packs of the Topps Chrome Platinum. And we've had some very good pulls. 2-0.
Yesterday you pulled that numbered Abreu and also the numbered Philly. Or that was 2 days ago on the numbered Philly, right?
Yeah. So I guess I get to keep going here as number 1.
Yes, sir. And I think you broke our tie, didn't you?
Yes. I should be in the lead, actually. I believe just by 1. I believe the win on Tuesday got me to a tie game.
6-5 for Rory.
There you go. A full count to Luis Encarnacion. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Into the glove of Kyle Harbison. That's his 3rd K for Zach Westcott. Brings up Connor Mariniak, who has been on base all 4 times. A 2-for-2 line with a home run and 2 runs scored and 2 walks. Looks like a base pack for me here, Kurt. Starting off with Evan Longoria. Best 3rd baseman, probably the best player in Rays history. Obviously a short history. Him and Toby Hall. Then we get the Sasquatch, Vinny Pasquantino, Anthony Volpe, and Clayton Kershaw ending it off. So an all base pack there for me. After being red hot, I mean, just firing a dud there.
Right now, Clayton Kershaw your winner?
I guess. 0-1, swing and a miss at the top of the zone, 0-2.
I do have a refractor. Based into a refractor.
Yeah.
Tim Elko, rookie. Zach Veen, and an Angel. The Jim Edmonds refractor.
Ground ball over towards the shortstop Baker. Throw across the body, not scooped by Zeisler. It'll be an E6 on Dylan Baker.
And then a J.J. Bleday.
In athletics, J.J. Bleday.
Right.
Was that a, is that a refractor?
Yeah, that's a Jim Edmonds refractor.
Yeah, I guess it is a refractor. It does say refractor on the back. Jim Edmonds. We do have 2 packs to rip. I mean, do we just count that as a
tie?
Well, we can count it as a win for you if you want to get back into the tie com, or do we just go to this? Do we let the fates decide by the next cards?
Let's do that.
Okay.
I'm not putting another tie down, so.
Refusals coming from Ben over here.
Runner on first, 1 away. Want to know the count to Jedier Hernandez. Grounded, a slow roller, left side, fielded by Broussard. Toss on to first is in time. Broussard going across the diamond there to pick that up in front of Baker. 5-3 on the put away. Sends us back to the top of the order and 2 outs with a runner on second.
Rory getting into his second pack at Topps Chrome Platinum Baseball here. The 55 throwback, and he's got a gold refractor.
No, that's green. That's green.
Oh, sorry. I am colorblind.
You are?
Yes.
Well, what do you see there, Ben?
That's green.
There you go. There you go. So you're not as colorblind as Kurt then.
Well, it's a different kind. Do you know what kind of colorblind you are?
I am both. I'm red, green, and blue, purple.
Oh, I'm just red, green.
Is that a Satchel Paige on the front?
Satchel Paige on the
Nice.
front.
I love it.
Very cool card. Then we got Jeremy Pena. The back card is Paul Konerko. Let's see what we got here on the green. Justin Morneau, 17 out of 99.
What is happening?
On the
Lord?
green refractor.
Dude, you have got the hot touch on the chrome. That is 3 numbered cards pulled for Mr. Tettemer on the air.
The 2006 NL MVP, 17 out of 99, Justin Morneau. That's a pretty cool card. He's been a Tettemer trivia answer good amount of times. I believe twice this season. The 1-1, that one's roped down the left field line and foul. Again with 2 away here.
Now I'm rolling in with another refractor. Isaac Collins, a Carl Yastrzemski, best first baseman of all time. And got a Royal. Give me a Bo Jackson.
That'd be pretty cool.
Nope. A Mike Yastrzemski.
Wow, how about that?
Refractor.
Mike and Carl
Into a
Yastrzemski.
Jackie Robinson.
Huh. Very cool. We got a lot of older guys in this pack. The end of these packs. Runner takes off now at third on a wild pitch.
I think we chalk up old Tettemer to win. 100% with another numbered pool.
Do we give you a win for the first two packs that we had?
No, I think
Keeps it. Then it keeps it a 1-run game.
I think you go up here. I think you go up on this one, and you're up 6-4-4 in the series.
7-5-4.
7-5-4. Excuse me.
7-5.
Little insurance for Mr. Tettemer.
Well, yeah, I mean that's.
No, I do really enjoy the throwback players here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's super cool, especially with the 55 throwback.
And I'm a big fan of the Topps Chrome Platinum Blaster. I mean, 3 numbered, and 1 misses outside. That'll be a walk to Noah Furcht.
We were having this conversation earlier, right when we started ripping this, about this specific, the 55-56 sets was a big, what they call the spoke set. And that means these ended up in a lot of bike spokes.
Really?
Yes, the 55-56 is a tough set because it was a card, they didn't collect cards. You put them in your bike tire, you made it make the noise, and then you threw it in a binder that had glue on it.
Wow. What a different time.
Yes, sir.
And that was back in 1902, or when was that?
I was about 6 years old.
1-0, skied foul. Well, it was 1950, so I mean, you weren't even around. How'd you learn that? Your dad?
So I had started collecting at a pretty young age, and I was so interested in the old cards growing up. I'd asked my grandpa if he had any baseball cards, and he said, no, we threw them away. They went in our bike tires. He put them in a binder with glue.
You say with glue, it means like it was in a binder and you glued them to the page. That one bounces in the dirt. 2-1.
So they actually had these pre-made card binders you would buy, and it had 4 corners, 4 of these like corner inserts, and you'd put your card in there, and it had a little bit of glue to keep the card in there. Definitely a different era of collecting.
2-1 in there for a strike.
Now, what I still have is one of my dad's 56, I believe it's a 56 Ernie Banks that has glue all over the back. And maybe it might be a 60s card, but I mean, it's shredded to pieces. But as a kid, I thought it was so cool to find that binder.
2-2, swing and a miss. Zach Westcott picks up another strikeout, his 4th on the day, and he strands runners at the corners. A scoreless 8th inning. We're going to head to the bottom half. Are you going to stay on, Kurt? He will. We'll see you in the bottom of the 8th. 11-4, Y'all's deficit when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom half of the 8th inning, so JoJo Rodriguez on the mound for the Jackals. Florence trailing 11-4. Due up will be Garrett Broussard, Dylan Baker, and Kyle Harbison. Florence stranded 2 on base. They picked up 3 runs in the 7th. Going to try and keep it going. 6 outs to play with. Still trying to chip away, down 7. Probably still wouldn't be the craziest thing that's happened this season if Florence is able to come back. I mean, we've seen some pretty wild games so far.
We certainly have.
That one's in there for a strike.
I think it was 51 runs in the past 3 games put up by the Y'alls offense, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a little rally here late.
The 1-0 missing upstairs. Nobody warming up for Florence. I'm going to assume Zach Westcott goes back out in the 9th. Would give some length to the bullpen, allow another rest day for everyone before heading out to Gateway tomorrow. It's going to start a 12-game road trip for Florence, out to Gateway, then over to Schaumburg and Joliet, and then over to Gateway once again before returning home June 26th. That one's fouled away.
Nice long road trip for the fellas and a little break for us here at Thomas More.
Should be able to get all the preparations ready. Maybe that bar will open eventually.
So, yeah, new bar coming into Thomas More. It should be ready on the next homestand, I believe.
1-0, ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Garrett Broussard gets his first hit of the day. A 1-for-3 line starts the Y'alls off here in the 8th.
Schaumburg on top of Gateway right now, 4-2 in the 8th. And Gateway, so.
If both of our momentums are cut before facing each other, that'd be pretty good. Gateway was on a roll.
Well, Rory, for us, it's, you can't win every game, so sometimes you have to lose one to be able to win some. For them, it's, you're coming into it after a one-game loss streak. I mean, you ruin all your momentum.
Yes. I mean, holding down New Jersey for a sweep was always going to be a tough task. Obviously, New Jersey played some very good baseball today, 16 hits, 11 runs. They just played the better offense against Florence. Yannick Villalobos not able to get it done. Right now he's in line for what would be his 3rd loss of the season. His final line, 4 1/3, 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 4 walks and 4 Ks. 1-1, ropes it out towards right center field. Sosa on the run, and one hops in front of him and cuts it off before the wall. Holding Baker to a single, Broussard on his way to 3rd. Florence runners at the corners. Garrett Broussard At third, Dylan Baker at first, who gets his second hit.
You can't say that Florence hasn't had a 6 or 7 run inning before.
No, they've had a 13-run inning.
Yeah.
It's possible. I had to create a new section on my game notes to include a 13-run inning. So if you're looking at my game notes, it goes 1 through 10 and then just stops and goes to 13. Misses upstairs, doesn't go around. Kyle Harbison, the batter, he's 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. His last time up came in to score as well.
Successful Thirsty Thursday, Kurt?
Yeah, it was a great night here for $2 domestics.
Ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Kyle Harbison, an RBI single to bring home Garrett Broussard. That makes this an 11-5 ball game. 3 singles in a row for Florence.
I mean, when it's this hot out, Ben, it is tough to beat cold, tasty beers at $2.
You're telling me.
Not many fans were trying to pay more for the beers.
I had a couple guys try to take cases with them tonight, but, you know.
How many can we get? It was the question, probably.
I haven't limited anyone. On a night like tonight, I say, hey, give them the ice bucket.
Let him into the freezer.
Yes. Come on in.
First pitch to Jackson Tucker. This
For
is
legal
downstairs.
purposes, that's a joke.
Correct. Of course, we always follow the rules here at Thomas More.
A 1 for 4 line today for Tucker. An RBI single his last time up in the 7th. Pretty similar to the last time Hooves Hangout was here. It's a game that a lot of fans, have kind of crept down to the stadium a little bit early. Of course, last time Hooves Hangout was here was that 20-19 game. Even he was shocked that, hey, man, you guys came all the way back. Pretty amazing.
It's a good night for Hooves.
Yeah.
They went through a ton of product.
I'm sure.
A lot of collectors here.
2-0. That one's roped down the line, but foul.
Ooh.
Bouncing off the end of the netting pole. Don't see that often.
What a rip, too. It's a shame that couldn't stay fair. That was hit hard.
JJ's seen a couple of poor offensive pitching performances for Florence. Maybe.
Well, it is Kyle.
might
It
get
is.
in there.
It is Kyle here. Yeah, no. But JJ may be listening on the YouTube audio stream. But it's his one of his trusted buddies, Kyle, that's been coming to the games here and bringing his family, helping us out. All right, just giving us cards, not having to drive out to get some cards. That one's in there for a strike.
Probably my favorite new addition to the concourse.
The hope is that it continues to go well, and then, Kurt, me and you can give our pitch to bring a card shop into Thomas More Stadium.
Wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be something? 2-2, fouls it away. Now that card shop comes into Thomas More Stadium. Do you know the plan for the spot next to the bar? That's going to be concessions, right?
That'll be our new speed concession soon.
Okay.
So fans here will be able to just grab a bottled drink or a bag of chips, kind of cut down the line for a quick snack.
The count to Tucker, missing upstairs, now full.
We've had a lot of additions here at Thomas More this year, bringing in the new bar, bringing in speed concessions, bringing in a new grill station that will have specialty footlongs and Angus burgers happening and all that good stuff.
New padded fencing.
That was a big one this year. Looks great.
Yes, it does.
Guys did a good job.
Rodriguez, a big hold. Here's the payoff pitch. Ropes it out towards right center field. That's going to drop in and go all the way to the wall. Dylan Baker will get a wave around. Harbison on his way to third. A stop sign. An RBI double for Jackson Tucker. Florence continues to creep back. It's an 11-6 New Jersey lead. That is now 4 hits in a row for the Y'alls. And runners second and third. Nobody out.
The rally caps are coming on here at Thomas More.
No better time to fight than with your back against the wall. New pitcher coming in for New Jersey. We'll be right back with that new wing and a Hoops Hangout pitching change when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Back here in the bottom half of the 8th inning, Florence threatening runners second and third. Nobody out for Tyler Schoenfeld. The Hooves Hangout pitching change, looking for the perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading cards. Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover at Hooves Hangout today, 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. Tyler Schoenfeld, a good day at the plate today. He's 1 for 2, with a double, 2 walks, a run scored. First pitch to him misses upstairs at Leonardo Rodriguez, the tall righty in for the Jackals, making his Jackals debut. Last pitch with Lake Erie in 2025. The minute I saw him, I did remember him. That one missing inside. Spent 2024 and 2025 with Lake Erie. 3-3 record, a 4.36 ERA. 37 games last year and 43 and a third innings pitched. Here's the 2-0. In there for a strike. 2-1 the count. Still joined here from Kurt Kramer. Trying to see a Y'alls comeback. Now trailing 5. 2-1. Up the middle, through for a base hit. One run will come in to score. Waving around the speedster, Jackson Tucker. Schoenfeld comes through. A 2-run single. Florence right back. It's 11-8.
We've had some interesting crooked innings with Florence. It typically entails a walk, a hit by pitch, a pitcher losing some command. How about this? I don't think I've seen this in quite some time. I mean, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2. This run so far for Florence has just been 5 base hits.
It's a sight for sore eyes. Just one extra base hit. That was Jackson Tucker, a double. A lot of singles. That one, not hit hard by Schoenfeld, just 64 off the bat, but shot it right back up the middle. And is able to get 2 runs from it. And
you get it 2, Zeisler and Bobo.
Yeah. That one misses outside to the captain, Hank Zeisler. Florence never out of any ball game. Never. Certainly not. I mean, it would take quite a deficit.
And there is someone warming for Florence.
Yeah. As Zeisler skies that one out towards right field. Furched all the way in front of the warning track. Has room. Makes the grab. Fly out from Hank Zeisler.
That's a pitch he could have hit far.
Yeah.
Just got under it. Wants that one back.
Just barely missing that one. I mean, he hit that one high in the air and hard.
92, middle in. Brings up Brendan Bobo. 1 for 4 line today. Schoenfeld bouncing around over at first. That one misses downstairs. 93-mile-per-hour fastball. So Florence is warming up a righty. Might be Nathan Darden. And then Aiden McAvoy also starting to stretch his arms. That one's roped down the right field line, but foul. Still trailing 3. They've picked up 4 runs in this inning and 3 in the 7th.
Y'alls have certainly made this a ball game here.
One count to the leader in RBIs for Florence, Brendan Bobo. That one missing downstairs, 94 on the fastball.
It's about as close as it gets to the zone.
Yeah, no, it did miss downstairs. It's a good call. 2-1. Bobo skies that one down the left field line. Koloki all the way to the wall, but a foul ball.
So Bobo's got a laced what would be double foul down the first baseline. Now close to the wall, foul ball down the third baseline.
Spraying all over the field. Schoenfeld still over at first. He's bouncing around. The 2-2. Bobo punches it down the third baseline. Foul territory. Ends up off the net. We'll do it again. I would have no words if Florence was able to come back from this. I mean, at one point, 11-1 ball game. Who even would have thought we got to 11-8?
So something to think about. New Jersey has used their top leverage guys in this series, and Florence has crushed them.
Yeah. And they go to a pretty leverage, it was a high leverage guy for Lake Erie last year. 2-2. Ground ball, right side, slow roller. Diving play off the glove of Stewart. Schoenfeld's going to keep going on the way to third. Bobo following him on his tail into second. Schoenfeld stops at third. A nice piece from Brendan Bobo finds a hole. Florence runners second and third, and the tying run coming to the plate. That's about as crazy a double as you'll see. I mean, just a slow roller in the infield, but a diving play. You can't call it an error, and then you can't advance on anything either. So a clean double from Brendan Bobo. Zayda Richardson at the plate. Now, Kurt, you had called a Richardson walk-off homer.
I did.
We have another baseball. This is happening too much.
Yeah. I'm interested in how it happens.
I don't understand.
That's, yeah, I don't know how that ball would have got back in the field of play.
If it happens once and a weird thing happens twice, whatever, this has happened a few times.
Coming out of the Florence bullpen, maybe?
Yeah,
I mean,
no, it is.
It has to be what it is.
First pitch to Zayda Richardson, missing outside. So you had called a Richardson walk-off homer in the ninth. 7 hours and 9 minutes into the ball game, and a 15-14 win.
Of course, that 7 hour being a joke. I was very serious about the Zayd walk-off, though.
1-0, he skies it high out towards right field. Shallow right first is coming in. Tagging from third is Schoenfeld. Throw coming to the plate, not cut off. Tag applied, not in time. Schoenfeld avoids on a swipe. Florence gets a run. It's 11-9, a sacrifice fly from Zayda Richardson.
In a 3-run deficit, I at first didn't know if I loved the call, but it's Schoenfeld's speed. You got to trust him and just let him rip. And it's a good call by the ump. First, a solid throw. Hernandez just couldn't get the transition in clean enough.
When that left the arm of the outfielder, I thought he was pegged.
I did too.
Schoenfeld turning on the wheels.
Brendan Bobo still at second. Now 2 away. Milo Rushford is the ninth sent to the plate for Florence, who's scored 5 in the inning. First pitch missing downstairs. We'll close a line on Rodriguez. He goes 2/3 of an inning, 5 hits, 4 runs come across, a walk and a K. (1-0). Fouled away.
It just goes to show it's so hard when you're in the moment. When they go down 7-1, 8-1, and then they score a couple more to get that lead from like 7 to 9 to 11. You don't think about it much. You think they're out of the game at that point. But, I mean, those last 2 runs of that 5-run seventh for New Jersey now are the difference.
1-1 missing downstairs. And it probably does end the night for Westcott, who we assume would have gone out there if Florence, had kept this an 11-1 ball game, but scoring 5 here in the 8th, they've made it close. It's an 11-9 game. 2-1. Misses downstairs, but a called strike, about an inch below the plate.
I mean, That was a whole ball outside of the zone.
2-2 the count to Rushford. He's had his opportunities today. 1 for 4 line. 2-2 pitch, missing inside. Again, you really can't just say enough about the Florence offense and everything they do just for this team. I mean, if they were even hitting like 280, I don't even know if we'd be 5 over 500. Payoff pitch. Rushford skies it out towards shallow left field. Koloki was working back. Marionak is now coming in. It drops off the glove. Bobo comes in to score. Rushford into second. It's a 1-run ball game.
You just knew somehow, some way, Milo Rushford was going to have his footprints and his handprints all over this game. And not the, hardest base hit in the world, but just doing enough. And I cannot believe Florence is within 1 in this ball game.
Take another look at this one. Just a misread at first from Koloki, who had to come in and dive.
Definitely a communication issue there. Neither player waving each other off the ball, and then at the last second, just drops right in.
So now it's a 1-run ball game. And Garrett Broussard, who started the inning off with a single, back up at the plate with a runner in scoring position. That's the tying run. 0-1 to Broussard. Swings through it. Behind on 93.
He doesn't want to tie it. He wants to take the lead.
Now here's I put the over-under on my board at 20. I've lost my bet for the night.
There you go. You bet the under.
I took the under. I had one guy come in and take the over. I said, oh, you're doomed.
0-2, fouls it away.
But no, like we've said, with the way the Y'alls offense has been playing, I mean, down 6 runs, 7 runs, you cannot count them out of the game.
How about down 10 runs?
That's what it was.
Yep.
0-2, fouls it away to stay alive. Broussard has come through in the past. I've seen a lot of interesting things in this game. Coming back down 10. 0-2 misses away. Would just be another wild check mark on the season. Straight up defense for New Jersey. Rodriguez, the 1-2. Check swing. Doesn't go around. Off speed misses downstairs.
That's as close as you can
call.
get.
Yeah, it's a good call. I don't think you want to end the inning on a check swing down the first base line, especially on Thirsty Thursday. You know the crowd is a little riled up.
Yeah, they're coming for your head.
Yeah. 2-2, runner takes off. That one's roped down the left field line, high and deep. Koloki, warning track to the wall. It's out of here. Garrett Broussard puts Florence on top, 12-11. The Y'alls all the way back, down 10, have taken a 12-11 lead in the 8th. Oh my, Garrett Broussard.
I cannot believe this. It's a low line drive home run, and the Rally Y'alls just continue to rally.
What a ball game.
Whammy. I mean, no doubt.
That might be the best whammy of the year, Kurt.
Garrett Broussard 100 off the bat. That one's fouled away. Can you believe it?
11 unanswered for Florence.
What an inning here at Thomas More.
0-1, fouls it away. Does Florence switch up who's warming in the bullpen? Do they go to the closer, Aiden McAvoy now? It was Nathan Darden.
I think you have to. McAvoy came in to only record 2 outs in that 9th last night.
0-2, off speed. Called strike 3, top of the zone. But how about the Florence Y'alls? 8 runs in the inning, 11 unanswered. They've crawled all the way back from being down 10 and take a 12-11 lead as we head to the top of the 9th. Aiden McAvoy looks like he's coming in to improve on his league lead in saves. We will be right back on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top of the ninth, a Hawksworth blood opportunity, save opportunity. Aiden McAvoy in for what would be his ninth save. A 12-11 lead for the Y'alls, and who other than the big flex, Felix Stevens, at the plate. This has been a wild game. Florence, 8 runs in the 8th, crawl all the way back from down 10. They now lead 12-11. The 1-0 slider in there for a strike. McAvoy, 8 saves on the season, 16 2/3 innings pitched. And he has looked as dominant a closer as I've seen in my 3 years for Florence. He's already surpassed the amount of saves I've seen in my 3 years. 1-1, that was roped out towards center field. Tuck all the way to the wall. You knew eventually he would get on the board. And it's the big flex, Felix Stevens, tying this game up at 12.
Flexing he is, rounding the bases after that one.
111 off the bat. Now a 12-12 ball game. And a blown save for Aiden McAvoy.
Just completely sucked the air out of Thomas More Stadium with that one. But holy moly, what a game we got here tonight.
I said it several times just going into this ball game. Felix Stevens, one of the best hitters in the Frontier League right now, obviously leading the league now, his 13th home run. You could only keep him down for so long in a hitter's ballpark. That's clearly his best hit of the series. 111 straightaway center field. 0-1 to Sosa, skies it high. Shallow right field. In comes Bobo. Out goes Schoenfeld. Bobo with the call. Makes the grab for out number 1. Well, we'll see the bottom of the 9th.
Rory, that 7-hour game, maybe not too far off.
You might not be wrong there. Final line for Zach Westcott, 3 2/3 innings pitched, gives up 9 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks and 4 Ks. First pitch, missing downstairs. That's the second blown save on the season for Aiden McAvoy. Really just one pitch. That one misses outside. 91 miles per hour there. He's got one away. Nobody on base. You're right. It's you know what? You could still feel a little bit of energy. I mean, Florence will obviously have a chance to walk it off. 2-0, missing outside. I have a heck of a game recap in front of me to write.
A lot of paperwork for Mr. Tettemer.
No doubt, no doubt.
But still, what a great night of baseball here at Thomas More.
3-0, missing outside. A 4-pitch walk to Gustavo Sosa. Puts the go-ahead run on first with 1 away.
I mean, it's wild to think when I walked into the booth.
It was 11-1.
11-1 game. We ripped 4 packs of cards. It is now a 12-12 game.
Florence crawled all the way back just to give up the homer here on the first batter in the 9th. First pitch. In there for a strike to Figueroa. And you know what? I think if it was anyone else besides Felix Stevens, you'd be a little more upset. He has just had a phenomenal year. That one misses a bit outside.
Yeah, he got a pitch that would be impossible to miss.
You thought about that when Westcott threw him 66 over the heart of the plate, and he actually flied it out. But this was, fastball or slider from McAvoy that he crushed 111 off the bat to straightaway center. That one slides across the plate, not called, missing at the bottom of the zone. Now 2-1. to Martin Figueroa. Figueroa has rarely had to take his bat off his shoulder. 2 walks today. He had a lot of walks in game 1.
It's the whole series. He's got 6 walks
Yeah.
in the series now.
He's 1 for 3 with a run scored back in the 5th. 2-1. Skies it out towards left center field. Rushford and Tucker in the gap. It's Rushford with the call, making the grab for out number 2. When do we start calling the cardiac Y'alls? I mean,
Now,
they just really always give you a little heart pump late in the games. That one misses outside.
10-run comeback, 4-run comeback, 7-run comeback, all in 3 of the last 4 home games.
Wow.
In the 13-12 win in Game 2 over Windy City, they were down a bit in that one too. I don't remember the exact number.
On missing upstairs. 2-0 the count. Two away with a runner on first. A 12-12 ball game here in the top of the 9th. Trying to give Florence a chance to walk it off in the bottom half. The 2-0 swing and a miss. 2-1.
I think Figueroa just got frustrated from seeing so many balls. What are the chance to impact one?
What do you think about nobody warming up for New Jersey?
To be honest with you, I don't know how many options they have left. Think about just how many pitches that bullpen has had to throw the last 2-3 games. Now, obviously, you have a savior today in Sonny Fauci.
But Dozie Drakeford pitched on Tuesday. I mean, he got the
did.
off day. Couldn't have thrown that many pitches. It's just an inning or so.
Yeah.
I know he got hit around, but
Do you trust Drakeford over?
Rodriguez, you haven't even.
Rodriguez?
This is his debut.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2-1. Swing and a miss on the slider. A 2-2 count.
I was sitting down there, too. Stephens had something to say to some of those fans down the third base line on his way back to home. There's not many fans left in attendance, but the ones that were heard something for sure.
Oh, man. He was yelling at the Florence faithful?
I think it was in a playful way. Because they were chirping back, and they were chirping at it first, and I think they made him laugh. So I didn't hear exactly what he said, so it was either they were laughing at the fact that they got him to say something.
2-2, fastball misses away.
Or actually
Full
laughing
count.
at what he said. I'm not sure.
Big pitch here from McAvoy. You'd feel a lot safer if that go-ahead run doesn't touch second base. Long hold for McAvoy. The payoff pitch, roped down the left field line and foul. Waiting on deck is Connor Marianac. He's reached base in all 5 plate appearances. 2 for 3 line with 2 walks, a home run, and reached on an error. "17 hits for the Jackals, 15 for Florence. They've crawled back in that column as well. The payoff missing way outside. On the way to second is Sosa. He'll stop there, thought about it. Ball went all the way to the backstop. All right, so 2 walks in the inning from Aiden McAvoy. That puts the go-ahead run in scoring position for Marianac.
And Marianac has had himself quite a series.
Home run today. I mean, he's got 5 homers on the season now. 16 RBIs. First pitch to him. Misses. A bit outside. It's a good call. The 1-0 fouls it away. 1-1 the count. What a game. You know, you went from thinking Florence just had, you know, not really an opportunity to get into this one. Westcott is going to pitch the rest of the game and send a fresh bullpen to Gateway. And you didn't even feel too bad about it because you won the series already. You knew New Jersey was a talented team. But now you've crawled all the way back. 1-1, swing and a miss.
That's filthy.
Yeah, 21-48 on the spin rate, all across the heart of the plate. 1-2 the count. What are you doing if you're Jeff Nelson calling these games remotely? It's been 3 high-scoring games. The 1-2 from McAvoy. Fastball called, strike 3, top of the zone. McAvoy strands the go-ahead run in scoring position. The damage is done. A solo blast from Felix Stevens sends us to the bottom of the 9th. Florence looking for a walk-off opportunity here at Thomas More Stadium when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom of the 9th at Thomas More Stadium. A 12-12 ball game. Florence with a chance for a walk-off. Kyle Harbison will step in. Still Leonardo Rodriguez, the tall righty, on the mound for New Jersey. Fouls the first pitch away. Harbison had pretty much everything to do with this comeback. I mean, a single and a run scored. He kept the train going. An RBI single in the 8th. He's been a big piece of it, especially getting the rally started. 0-1, missing upstairs on the off-speed.
Just an unbelievable series for him, especially when you take into account that he started 6 straight games behind the plate.
Yeah. The 1-1 missing outside. Harbison, 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, an RBI and a walk. Rodriguez fired an inning there and gave up 4 runs. Got hit around a little. That one skied first base side. Foul territory. Out goes Stewart and Encarnacion. It's Encarnacion making the grab. For out number 1. Pivotal first out for Leonardo Rodriguez. And that'll bring up Jackson Tucker. Florence needs that first guy to reach base.
This might not even be relevant. It's just an interesting talking point specifically for this game in this series. This game does end up getting to sudden death. You usually pick pitching, but
yeah.
I don't really know if I see either team picking.
I would agree. If you do have Max Whitesell and Nate Darden available,
That's
2
true.
guys you would trust. If you were entering this game like we were yesterday, where those guys weren't available yet, then yeah, you might pick offense. 1-0, missing downstairs, 2-0. Tucker, also part of the rallies, an RBI single in the 7th and an RBI double in the 8th. He scored on both plate appearances. 2 for 5 line for the leadoff man. 2-0 pitch. He ropes one high and deep out towards left field. Koloki, warning track to the wall. Ball game. Jackson Tucker, a walk-off. Blast deep into the night. Florence takes home a 13-12 win. How about them Y'alls? Erasing a 10-run deficit and continuing to fight back. Tucker is the hero. 100 off the bat, 380 on the distance. The first walk-off home run of the season, and Florence has swept the Jackals out of Thomas More Stadium. Oh my. Splash party for Jackson Tucker, who will be our player of the game without a doubt. Ben's going to grab him for the post-game interview. Kurt, I got no words. Jackson Tucker, 3 RBIs in the last 3 innings, but the most important, a walk-off solo blast to give Florence a 13-12 win. Let's wait no time. Send it down to Ben.
Jackson, you're soaking wet right now. That the best Gatorade bath of your life?
Yeah, man. I just thank God. Best feeling I've ever had in baseball. I thank God.
You come up with an opportunity, again, with nobody on base in the bottom of the 9th, and he really just... Feel better the second time?
I think I could do it 15 more times. I don't care, man. I don't care. This feels amazing.
You come into that situation with nobody on base in the tie game on the 9th. What are you trying to do in that at bat?
Honestly, hit a bomb. I didn't want to curse there, but I was trying to hit a bomb. You know, I really was. 2-0 count. I was trying to hit a bomb.
I mean, how great does it feel to be the guy in that moment with an offense where everybody is producing, and you have one of the craziest comebacks we've seen in a long time, down by 10, all the way until that 8-run bottom of the 8th.
Oh my! It was straight out of a movie. You know, I haven't been swinging the bat well lately. I mean, but I've seen every other guy on the team just going crazy. You know, and thanks to my teammates and my coaches, they've been doing a great job keeping me in it. And you know, I flipped a switch in my 4th at-bat today, and you know, there was no looking back.
Well, you guys put yourself in a really good position. 6 games over 500 before this long road trip. What's the vibe of this team right now? Couldn't it be any higher after that walk-off?
Oh, it can't be any higher, man. I love these guys, and they've brought me in as one of their own, and I'm happy to keep going.
Thanks, Jackson. Go celebrate with the teammates.
Thank you.
Rory.
Thanks, Jackson. Thank you, Ben. That is a very good interview and, you know, deserving of 2 drenches with the Gatorade shower at home plate. Man, what a ball game, Kurt. I mean, take another look at this walk-off blast from Jackson Tucker. High and in the perfect spot for him. He watched every bit of it to deep into the night in left field, one that's probably bouncing around in the parking lot as well. And he even had to will it forward, trying to keep that a fair ball. What a spot. And not to mention also, Jackson Tucker, a Knicks fan. You think you've had a pretty good 24 hours?
Yeah, I'd say so. And I'll tell you what, that ball hung long enough to everyone in the park to hold their breath, to watch it go out. What a night for Tucker. Good stuff down there, Ben. You know, I think about in the 8th, the Y'alls had a couple balls really go their way to get some runs across in the 8th. You had the ball go up the middle that took time for Schoenfeld to get around the plate. You had the ball off the glove here between 1st and 2nd that got the runners to go around to 2nd and 3rd. But some good breaks for the Y'alls tonight in the 8th inning to keep that rally going. And then Tucker coming up with a nice whammy in the 9th for the walk-off. What a night. What a night here at Thomas More.
Yeah, it is certainly a game that, you know, just another thing on this season. It's June 11th. I've seen a lot of absurd baseball. And, you know, this one is just another thing. Florence coming back, the Cardiac Y'alls down 10, 11-1 deficit. They climb all the way back and even then get the air taken out of them a little in the 9th with a home run that tied the game, sent it into the bottom of the 9th. Only had to see two batters, and Jackson Tucker gets the job done. He had 3 RBIs on the day, came home to score in all 3 of the last innings. Certainly worthy of our player of the game. But also, I mean, Garrett Broussard, a game-tying home run, or a go-ahead home run in the 8th as well, that you thought was going to seal it at one point. I mean, that's also a very noteworthy play as well. But again, having this momentum, we were talking about, hey, maybe if you lose this game, you're still riding in a series win into a first-place team in Gateway. Now you're taking a sweep. You're 6 games above 500 for the first time in millennia since 2021 when they had the best record. Going into a first-place event, at Gateway, but also a 12-game road trip, that momentum off of a walk-off home run, it's going to be pivotal for Florence to use.
100%. You're going in off the sweep, and you come in knowing that your guys are going to produce offense coming into this series. I think you walk in with your heads high, and you just know the offense is rolling, and that gives you that continued momentum to get that win. I mean, you can't ask for anything better coming into this next series. You really can't.
You absolutely can. You bring up a good point. I mean, the pitching's still a problem. It's still a problem. But, with the way this offense is swinging it, you're heading to another hitter-friendly park in Gateway, and you just hope that they can keep it up and continue to play this, expert level of, offense that we're seeing from these 2026 Y'alls. The cardiac Florence Y'alls, as we do got Ben running up here. And let's see if Ben has any final words.
Happy to report that I'm dry. That's all. That's all I'm going to have to say to you. I luckily caught the guy sneaking up in the back, the corner of my eye. So.
No, it was a good job. It was a veteran move to get out of the way. No, I mean, what a game. What a game. And you had to sprint down there. Did you get any
So that was the tough part. I'm out of breath there doing the interview, too. The reason I was so scared about the Gatorade bath, and I knew it might come, is just because I had to move so fast. I had my phone and stuff in my pocket, so I was like, this cannot be one where I catch some Gatorade.
And I don't know if that mic was going to hold up either. So that's also a good job dodging that and saving our wireless mic. What a win for Florence. We'll do it again tomorrow, not at Thomas More Stadium. The next time you'll see the Y'alls here in Florence will be June 26th. So it's a long time. It's 2 weeks pretty much. 12-game road trip where we go to Gateway, then visit 2 teams in Chicago, back to Gateway, and then back here, Florence, for what will be a very good weekend, the 26th and 27th. That'll be Superhero Night and Margaritaville Night, 2 bluegrass blowouts for the Y'alls. So that's going to be some exciting fun. Obviously, we'll be, earning that with a 12-game road trip first. And hopefully, we can come back here and there's still, 6 games above 500, maybe even more. That'd be, would that be too much to ask?
I think it
Am I getting greedy?
The funny thing I was going to say, we could get back to home 2 very different trajectories.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how long this team is on the road. And you have a chance to have a really special season. I mean, this is your longest road trip of the year. If you play well on this road trip, you're in business.
You're absolutely right about that. We can't wait for some more Florence Y'alls baseball. That win's got me fired up and just one of the best that you'll see here at Thomas More Stadium. So a special shout out to the Florence faithful that stayed tuned in on the broadcast, but also here at Thomas More Stadium and not going home early. That'll do it for us. You guys have any final statements? Ben, it's your last time for 2 weeks.
It is. Might not be dropping my handicap 10 points, but. Very excited about the trajectory of this team, and never had more fun with an offense than watching this Florence offense.
Certainly. Kurt, how about you?
I got 3 words for you, gentlemen. Cold, tasty beers.
Absolutely. Some deserved after that performance today. But that'll do it for us at Thomas More Stadium. A 13-12 Y'alls win here on Thursday night. They swept the Jackals out of Florence. That'll do it for us on the broadcast booth. You've been talking to Kurt Kramer and Ben Howler. I've been Rory Tettemer saying so long, and until next time, y'all have a good night.
Not a doubt in my mind.
All right, I'm coming back.